Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
The head coach of the 6-1 Edmonton Elks, one win away from matching their win total from all of last season. Mark Kilam will join us at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Every Tuesday here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Every Tuesday at 5, Mark joins us. We'll, of course, the team in the middle of a home-and-home with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That thrilling win in Regina on Thursday. The rematch is Saturday at 5 on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have, as on top of all our preview coverage all week long here on all our shows on the station, on Saturday at 4, we will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with Mr. Milne and with Matthew Wannock to tee up that game. And then, of course, they'll be on after the game on Saturday to break it down. Ref Week continues today with Edmontonian, longtime CFL official, back judge Rob Skaggs is going to be in studio. This is a current Canadian Football League official, so awesome that we're having him on mid-season. We tipped off Ref Week yesterday with Perry Stothert, longtime basketball official based in Edmonton. I mean, he's worked international events with FIBA, does U Sports, as he was saying yesterday, still might do a high school game, stuff like that. I just got to say quickly, that was an incredible segment with Perry.
Yes.
We had high expectations for Perry coming in. That exceeded our already high expectations.
Yeah, he really dove into, exactly the topics that we presented to him in a way that really made it easy to understand. So you almost got the sense like you were, in the striped shirt out there on the basketball court, having to deal with coaches, sight lines, how to call the game. He was fantastic. I'm sure it'll continue today with Rob Skaggs.
Rob Skaggs today. Tomorrow we will have two Albertans who worked the FIFA World Cup. One of them as a head referee. So we'll just tee up that tomorrow. It's at 4:20. We're doing this again. Mark Kilam is at 5 o'clock today, and we have another fun project that we're doing this week as well. And Benny Thompson is here at the technical desk this week. Benny, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great, Reid. How are you?
We're going to pick, each day we're going to pick 5 letters in the alphabet. I guess one day, sorry, what's that, Ben?
You asked him how he's doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
They said, great, Reid, and then you just...
Yeah, well, people know I'm doing fine.
Okay. Nope.
So we're going to pick, I guess maybe Friday or Thursday, have to pick 6 letters to get to the 26. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, correct?
You said that.
So today we're going to do the letters D, K, O, S, and Y. This will be between about 3:45 and 4:20.
Dekasi.
Right. The letters D, K, O, S, and Y, the greatest athlete of all time based on the starting letter of his or her last name. So we're going to do this today. Ben and Jay and I will each have one, and you're welcome to submit them as well. Well, we'll have
I'd like to bring up honorable mentions.
Well, I'll have honorable mentions as well. But this has been pretty fun. We're only 2 days into this, and we're all kind of sitting around like, oh, what about this guy? And we have our colleagues walking through the office being like, oh, did you think about this guy? So it's been pretty cool.
I think there's a couple slam dunks today.
I think there's one slam dunk.
Me too. And there's only one.
I think there's one
almost 2.
Yes.
But I don't think we're thinking the same thing.
No, probably not. Well, this is the thing. It depends where your brain goes, maybe what you search up. So that'll be starting at about 3:40, 3:45 this afternoon. Here's how you get in touch, by the way, if you'd like to contribute some of these names, or if you have some questions for Rob Skaggs, or you have some questions for Coach Mark Kilam. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Go to rivercrewresort.com, click on entertainment. You'll see upcoming shows. And, is it Collective Soul is tonight?
Yeah.
Collective Soul is tonight. Streetheart and Lee Aaron is on Thursday. And they have a bunch of stuff lined up for next month as well. There's a tribute to Elvis Presley coming up on August 16th. So go check all that stuff. I mean, they have stuff scheduled all the way into September. If you've ever been to River Cree Resort and Casino, you know it's a great place for shows. So go to rivercreeresort.com. Text us 780-218-9999. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are outstanding audio streaming apps. I realize many of you already are using them. You may have to just help other people sometimes who say like, well, I can't listen to a radio station on my phone. What is streaming? That sounds too complicated for me. You may just have to say, it's not.
Just take their phone.
Or you may have to say, you're already actually streaming stuff all the time. Let's get you past this mental barrier.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your help spreading the word about Edmonton Sports Talk. Perhaps you have us on YouTube, that old-fashioned website that's still going.
The YouTube?
The one and only YouTube. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't done so already. Our next big threshold is 16,000 subscribers. We keep moving towards that. And, of course, give this episode of The Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne a thumbs up. Click that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And once you do that, then click the share button. And send the show link off to other people who you think might enjoy it, or just remind them like, hey, this show's going. Why don't you check it out today? And we have a lot of fun stuff to discuss. How are you doing today, Mr. Milne?
Fantastic, Reid. We've had a wonderful day around here. The aftermath of the staff meeting and the chore draft. So I took advantage of my new duty. Sounds like somebody else is taking advantage
Someone's
of their new
vacuuming
duty.
right now. Apparently, I didn't do a very good.
That doesn't make any sense because Trev and I are vacuum duty.
No,
Maybe somebody spilled something.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. And doesn't Awanik do his own office? I think he says he can do his own.
I think he
office.
left.
I was
So-
going around doing garbage duty today,
Right.
and his door was open. Now, he was in another room talking to Lieutenant Eric.
Yeah.
And I said, permission to go into your office and empty your garbage. It's looking rather
right.
full. He said, no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
He says, that's my
He wants
office
to
is
do it
off
on his
limits.
own. Yeah.
I said, I'm offering. Are you saying no?
Right.
Or, I want to do it for you. So he finally caved in, and I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I take my duty seriously.
Well, as you should.
Garbage
not
has got to
surprised
be
that
one
you
of the
do.
easiest. You don't even have to dispose of it. You just have to put it by the back door.
When I did garbage, I did take it home sometimes, but
Oh,
often
did you?
Awanik winds up taking it home.
Yeah.
To the bin. In
I really
his
got to go
building.
talk to Benjamin Moore
Yeah.
downstairs.
Ask
We
him.
got to bridge that gap and just say, look, we got 4 or 5 white bags of garbage going out of here a month.
Right.
Can we toss them in your bin?
Is there room? But yeah, we did. We had our staff meeting last night. I never thought I would work at a place where we would broadcast a draft of picking who's doing what cleaning duties around the office. But we've done it. And it's quite well received.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Apparently. So, but we randomly draw for where you pick. I took a bye.
Well, you're gone.
Well, I've done garbage, vacuum 1, and then vacuum 2 because we've discovered the loophole last time, Jay, that the 2 vacuum spots are considered different duties.
Yeah, I could have went back to back to back vacuum if I
we
really
could have
wanted
done
to.
it again, but I
The vacuum
decided
stack ended.
more than half the employees have had a buy, so I don't feel bad taking one now. And in August I'm off for a couple weeks, so I'll have the buy until the next staff meeting in probably 2 or 2.5 months.
I'm away for a bit too in August, so you might have to take over my
I
garbage
can pick up
duty.
the garbage. That's fine.
Okay.
That's not a
That's
problem.
what teammates do.
Yeah, Penner's Pancake says the chore draft is at 111 thumbs up.
Well, surely this show.
Yes, you got to love
Should
our
be able
audience.
to
Yeah.
get there.
It's like-
Yeah, our 2 biggest
I wonder,
shows are
like,
a
if we
chore
stream,
draft and
like-
Benny playing
yeah,
video
Betty,
games.
like, I wonder if we just did a stream. Like, what if I just sat in a chair at 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
I read a Reacher book.
Yes.
Just 15 minutes live of me reading Reacher. No talking. Can't see what I'm reading.
I bet you would get over 1,000 views and over 100 thumbs.
I don't think I would.
I know you would.
15 minutes of no.
So you'd sit in the middle?
I'd recline maybe in one of the chairs.
Well, no, we'd have to do it in a studio. So let's say you were...
we need the
You
camera.
were in here.
Oh, Benny had the camera out there, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
You could put your feet up.
Setup.
Yeah.
And you'd have to be mic'd. You'd have to have a mic in your face.
In case I said something like,
in case you giggled about Reacher.
Yeah. Oh, Reacher's in one now.
Don't do it, Reacher.
Oh, Reacher, just leave town, buddy.
I think it would be funny, actually, if you read the book aloud.
Do a Reacher reading.
Yes. And just a different chapter.
I do have Libby. Where
Okay, let's give it a test drive.
I could pick it up where I am in the book.
Let's do a test drive.
There's my Libby app. Which book I'm reading? Worth Dying For. I'm about halfway through. I just started on the weekend. You can really clip through these. Okay. Oh, I think it's low because I've only been reading on my iPad. I don't often read on my actual phone. All right, here we go. The old Caprice's rear bench was contoured like two separate bucket seats, not by design, but by age and relentless wear and tear. Mameni's man settled into the right-hand pit behind the front passenger seat and cocked his head to the left so he could see out the windshield. He saw the blank back of a billboard in the headlight beams, and then he saw nothing. The road ahead was straight and empty. No oncoming lights, which was a disappointment.
I think this is riveting.
There it is. Yeah. Chapter 34.
How many chapters are there in a Reacher book?
So it depends. Sometimes he writes really long chapters. This one has relatively, I think there's like 70 chapters in this one. I'm 50% done, 51% done this book.
Castor 1990. Reading Reacher after dark.
Reading Reacher. Yeah, that would work. Could we get Dave from Ewell to sponsor it?
Probably.
We'd have to say.
Hang on, you got to read the comment from Mex Bezozu.
The Libby app really made that book within reach. I like how he put the stage directions there. With
it
the
was
little
very
sunglass
well
guy.
directed.
That's amazing. All right, where were we? Yeah, post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Let's see how high we can go today. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Oh, we also have, we'll do this in the Oil Understood in about 8 or 10 minutes. The new television deal has been announced for the National Hockey League. It's most... I mean, I don't know if we're going to... Well, we'll notice some changes. Maybe, I guess there is a significant change. We'll talk about it. We'll get feedback from people. The 55-yard line in the Nasty Chat. I was disappointed I didn't see Jay at the bash on the weekend, but not as disappointed I am in a certain commissioner. I love a good rugby club. I did not see the 55-yard line.
Did you meet the 55-yard line? Apparently he saw you. Did you?
Maybe he's too thin, maybe.
No, I bet you met him or them, but they didn't tell you that they were the 55-yard line. I guarantee you it's a
There's
burner.
multiple people operating the account, or are you keeping it gender neutral?
I think it's someone's alt account. Someone's burner.
Well, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you think this person was at the
tell
Nasty-
you. Yes, and they wouldn't tell you.
Are they going to be mad that you're telling even this much?
No, I'm just a guess.
Oh, wow.
So you know the 55.
No, I don't. My guess is that
you know.
I have some suspicions of some.
Okay, that could be another segment. Is let's find out who the 55.
I know it's not Duck Dad.
Okay.
Because 55-yard line was typing in the Nasty Chat when Duck Dad was on the Hangout.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. I never even thought about it being this much of a mystery. All right, let's get to your afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Fantastic Fajardo is the player of the week. He had more yards than a typical suburb. You know, the Riders are coming to town. We're going to need more manure. Prime Video getting Wednesday Night Hockey. You know, that's owned by Amazon. Amazon, eh? Hey, Jason Milne, is that an anaconda in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Bluebirds in D.C. tonight. Hey, Jason Milne, is that the Washington Monument in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I'm Chet Palmer.
Wow. My crotch is full on blast today. Well, I guess my pocket.
Your pocket, right?
My pocket.
What about I was expecting the Firehouse sub from last night in your pocket too.
Yeah, I think he might have had a version of that, but it was kind of a
Little too G
mentioned
or
last
R-rated.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, Bluebirds in DC tonight. watch for Jay's play of the day.
Oh, yeah, we're going to watch for that big time. Yeah, you may want to go sprinkle on that before we even get to it. Go to the playalberta.ca, Play Alberta app. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Good find. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, that was Chet Palmer, the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Yeah, actually, he covered off the big stories today.
He did.
Fajardo's Player of the Week.
Sucks that he has to go.
Sometimes he doesn't even mention a sports story. He just,
right. It just always ends up in my
something
pocket.
about his family or, yeah. I wonder if he has streaming services on his television.
Chet?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Maybe he gets his brother-in-law to set him up for him.
I doubt it.
This is the time of the show for the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. You will not be disappointed if you have any sort of interaction with Bruce or any of his... I call them employees, but really it's a big family. William Huff. Well, some of the employees are his family members. We've got to know Bruce, and that is just a great group of people to deal with. And I love how in their live read here they say advertising solutions, because that is the one thing I've noticed about Bruce and William Huff. Hey, can you do this? Yep, yes, they can. They will figure it out.
Right.
And they will do an excellent job. They will always deliver.
Even if he doesn't have, say, the right piece of equipment,
He'll get it.
He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out and he'll get it.
He's a yes man.
Yeah, he's incredible. So Gager today mentioned which dog is this? Boone. Right. I almost said Zeus was his
big
previous
boy,
dog.
Boone.
Wonderful dog. Now Boone, who we've had visit the station a few times. I think Boone got a bath yesterday or today.
Boone was bathed.
Got groomed and he's all fluffy.
Bubbly Boone in the bath.
So Gager was quite happy. So our off-topic is dog grooming. And you can kind of take this wherever you want. How often do you do it? Do you do it yourself? How extensive do you groom your dog? How often? How does your dog deal with it? I'm pretty lucky in our family. Usually my dad took most of the responsibility with that in terms of trimming nails, trimming hair. Bathing fell more on my mom. I pretty much just got to love the dogs and hang out with them.
Yep.
I removed the eye goobers, I guess. But you know,
that's
stuff
easy
that
to
could
do.
be a little more difficult. Or you could just share a funny story or a horror story about grooming your dog. I have one. It's not. I don't know if this is going to top the charts, but it's still something my mom and I will often bring up when we fondly recollect a certain dog we had by the name of Critter. From, I guess, probably, I don't know, the late 80s till 2000, I think he departed. And Critter started as a house dog. And then he grew a little bigger than we thought. And Critter, as he, went through puppyhood into adulthood, became less and less interested in being in the house. To the point where one day, even at night, he didn't even want to come in to sleep. He's like, I'm in the yard. And he was one of those dogs, like, he'd be like, oh, where is he? Oh, I hope he didn't run off or whatever. And then you'd see him coming out of the bush.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, their legs are soaking wet and part of their chest, and then they're fluffy? So that he's just big smile on his face. Who knows what he got into? But one day, I think my dad must have been at school. So I don't know if I was home from university maybe, or maybe I was done exams and it was like late June. But Mom and I said, we should give Critter a bath. We should just freshen him up a little bit. So he was outside, so we filled up, one of those big metal basins or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was sort of a medium-sized dog, I don't know, 25 pounds maybe. And we got Critter very reluctantly into the water. And he did his best. We soaped him up and rinsed him a little bit. And he finally was like, this is enough of this crap. He jumped out of the bath, still wet, and ran about 30 feet away from the tub, in our driveway, and proceeded to roll around in the dirt of the driveway, fresh out of the tub.
Yeah, that
was Dirty Critter. He had like some dogs, like maybe they don't like the process of the bath, but then they get excited after, and they're like, okay, they feel good. Not Critter. Critter wanted to be dirty.
I think it has to do a lot with scents.
Maybe
Dogs, they love a good scent on them or in their paw that they'll just smell and lick later at night. It's almost like they're saving a treat for later. April handles the grooming
Okay.
of Cooper and Bingo. Brushing is the big one. We could brush Cooper and Bingo every day. Just seems like the hair is relentless. It just won't stop.
Right.
But Cooper, he gets his nails trimmed more often than Bingo. Bingo's an outside dog.
Okay.
So when he's hoofing it around out there, his nails are shaving
Self-trimming.
themselves down. Yeah. But Cooper, if you don't trim his nails, you'll just hear him at night
Oh, right. Yeah.
on the vinyl flooring. So April handles a lot of that. But she'll take him into, there's a spot in Sherwood Park where everything's included, everything's there. It's a good wash tub space, and you can just douse him. Like you can't go anywhere. It's perfect.
Right.
And the girls like to help too. So yeah, that's the extent of the grooming
Yeah.
for well, there's other animals too. She grooms her horses almost daily.
Right.
You kind of have to. But yeah, your dog, your cat, maybe your pet frog that you like to groom.
Well, Jasmine's dog was Kobe, was it not?
I believe so.
Yeah. One time when he was a senior, he did one of those light bites to the groomer when she grabbed his paw. We got charged $5 for a fussy fee. I did not know that groomer they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Oh, there's a $5 fussy fee. Who determines if a dog's fussy or not? Jasmine, you go ask for your money back.
Well, and how do you have footage of this? How can you not just be charging all your customers extensive fussy fees? I do think fussy fee is a good name though. Yeah, Penner's Pancakes. That's where she goes. Pet Value and Baseline.
Sherwood Park. It is. Okay.
Awesome spot. All the shampoos are included and everything. They got a big drying area.
Right. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how much you dry your dog. They're shaken off, and there's way more water on them than you would ever imagine.
Right.
They're full of it.
Does Coop like tear around, do the zoomies after a bath? A couple of our dogs
he'll extensively shake his little body.
Right.
It is the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a great dog.
He's a good. I should bring him in.
So that is our off-topic topic: dog grooming. How often? How extensive? Does your dog like it? Funny story about it. I mean, these off-topic. We never know how they're going to go.
No,
but people like talking about their dogs, so hopefully we get some good stuff for this one. All right. We have, at about 3:40, 3:45-ish, we'll resume our best athlete by the first letter of their last name. At 4:20, it's Ref Week with Rob Skaggs, back judge from the CFL. At 5 o'clock, it's the Mark Kilam Show with the head coach of your Edmonton Elks. Right now, it's Ben Thompson with a sports update.
Rogers has signed a 12-year deal to make Prime Video Canada's exclusive broadcaster of Wednesday Night Hockey starting next season in the NHL. Amazon will stream at least 26 regular season games, along with a pair of first-round playoff series and one second-round series. In other news, the Eagles and Jalen Carter have agreed to a 4-year extension, making him the highest-paid defensive tackle in NFL history. Meanwhile, ESPN has reported that Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield headed to training camp without a new deal and is set to play out the final year of his contract before becoming a free agent. In NBA news, Draymond Green has re-upped with the Warriors on a 1-year deal worth nearly $28 million. And in baseball, game 2 of 3 goes between the Jays and Nationals. Shane Bieber up for Toronto with the first pitch just before 5 o'clock. And the Riverhawks are kickstarting their final road trip on the regular season in Kamloops against the North Paws tonight. Listen to the full game only on Edmonton Sports Talk with first pitch at 7:30. The Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
two guys and a goalie.
See McDavid's golf swing?
Yes.
What do you think of the weird step through?
Does he always do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play around, but most of these natural athletes, really smooth golfers, just seems so weird to see the best hockey in the player in the world take a step through that. If I was golfing with my buddies, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, welcome to the Canadian Brewhouse Studio. The wing flavor of the month for July. We tried them last week. They're excellent. Mango jalapeno flame grilled wings tossed in a bold mango jalapeno glaze that brings the perfect balance of sweet heat. Get them until Friday at the Canadian Brewhouse. And then on August 1st is this Saturday already, right? The new wing flavor of the month will be bourbon peach. My goodness. Whew. Are we getting that dropped off? Do we know?
Yes, next Wednesday.
Oh, good. Okay.
August 4th. Pat said he would bring them in because that's one of the few, that's like, we're up against it now with you and I being together.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because you're gone, then I'm gone, then you're gone.
Yeah. Okay. So, and is that when I got to do this draft too?
What draft?
Well, they announced the draft today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Of course, I'm the last one to find out.
Well, it's not new,
it's interesting how the drafts are run.
This is Dead Guy?
This is On-Screen Deaths. So I'm listening to the morning show this morning, the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, which is a great show with wonderful people. But it's just interesting. You know, I'm rarely listening before 8 o'clock. I'm not an early riser. And I hear them talking about this draft as if it's been announced earlier in the show, and it had been. Oh, and Reid's on it. Oh, and look at all the ideas we already have. So I get a late start on everything.
You're not last.
Told about it late. Who was last?
Me.
Okay, you just found out about
Mr.
it?
No, I found out.
It's a 5-time defending champion. What's he going to complain about?
I found out when I showed up to work today.
Well, what are they? I mean, that's about appropriate.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't have any problems. We have a week to prepare.
Best on-screen death.
Yeah.
So what are the categories?
Tana says Wednesday's the 5th, Tuesday's the 4th.
Sure.
The draft is Wednesday the 5th. Which is wing day? Tuesday the 4th or Wednesday the 5th? Do we know?
Wednesday the 5th.
Wednesday the 5th. So we're off Monday. You're working Tuesday, Wednesday. Then you're off for a week and a half. And then you come back, but then I'm off for 2 weeks.
TBD on the Thursday, Friday.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Either way.
Yeah.
Baptized Big Uke says a $5 fussy fine to Reid. Oh, I'm just getting started, Uke.
Reid might be the leader in the clubhouse here at EST when it comes to being fussy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially about drafts. I have a bit of an odd relationship with these drafts. I enjoy them and also hate them. I want to win, but I also want to get relegated and not have to do them anymore.
Oh yeah, Caster 1990 says, "Why are you complaining? This draft is right in your wheelhouse."
They aren't though. I never do stuff that's was well received.
You're the EST movie buff.
I tied for first that one.
You're a movie buff.
Yeah, but people will be like, no, because anything Dustin and Eric say gets more votes.
Well, look at him. He's the new pretty boy.
And now Benny.
He's the new shiny little toy.
Benny's the shiny new toy. So I'm not shiny. I'm not new.
Well, shine yourself up.
It's debatable if I'm even a toy.
Some would say you're a
sometimes
toy.
I've had some stuff where I'm like, hey, I think that's pretty clever. And it's like, no, negative votes. Negative votes.
Coming out song. I'm just a sexy boy. And then I'm not your boy toy.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
You should dress up as Shawn Michaels for that and say you're the boy toy.
On-screen death. Would The Undertaker have one? Didn't The Undertaker die?
I don't think he ever dies. He comes back to life.
He just goes constantly coming back to life from not death.
I mean, yeah, there's...
But the categories are already picked, and I'm like, I wasn't involved in picking the categories.
They're not picked.
Sure they are. Dustin was reading them off this morning.
He's reading off some. He goes, we're coming up with categories as the week goes
Reid,
along.
this is just the same. This is how it goes. Dusty and Eric control the draft.
Win the draft.
You don't have any say in the categories.
Right.
At all.
No.
You should take the on-screen death from the Passion for the Christ.
Jeez.
What? Yeah. Do you think it would get challenged?
What category would it be in?
Well, he comes back.
So what? The death that didn't last?
I don't know. That'll be an interesting
death prior to resurrection.
We'll have to see the categories.
Yep. Right.
Death that wasn't a death.
Death that wasn't. Yeah, I get. I don't know what that would qualify.
Because they're like when Doc Brown dies, but he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Because Marty sent him that could be a category.
Oh, I see. Like it
looked like they died, but they actually didn't die.
Yeah, not an actual death.
They come back later. Yeah.
Right.
They're the saving.
Like Robin Hood when he jumps off the cartoon, when he jumps off the castle, the fire's burning around him, and he jumps into the pond, and it looks like he's dead. He's a goner.
Oh, right.
Because he got shot with all the arrows. But
I see. Okay.
And he comes up and spits Little John in the face with some water.
Right.
He's alive.
Yeah. This should be a good one. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go. I mean, we talk a lot about Die Hard. To me, that's one of the most famous villain deaths of all time. Hans Gruber falling off, and there's that shot of him looking straight down, and he's kind of grasping.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. Oh, like what About Chubbs Peterson?
What's that?
Happy Gilmore.
Who died?
Chubbs Peterson.
I don't remember who that is.
When he falls out of the Adam Sandler's apartment because he saw the alligator that bit his hand off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that. See, this is the problem. I've forgotten most of the stuff I've watched over the years.
Well, I'm sure you can.
But there will be a lot of things that could qualify in this. I mean,
or Dumb and Dumber.
Star Wars alone.
The guy that ate all the antacids or something at the restaurant scene in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, did he explode or something?
Yeah, he went, ugh, and he started foaming at the mouth.
What about the guy who exploded in the restaurant in Monty Python's The Meaning of Life?
There you go.
Do you remember that one?
There you go.
All right, 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're also going to bring you the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to ejectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. So the announcement today, there's the 12-year agreement between the NHL and Prime Video and Rogers. Sorry, between the NHL, Prime Video, and Rogers. So we knew there was this 12-year agreement. That one of the changes we talked about a few weeks ago, right? That the CBC is out. Mm-hmm. Now, I argued that from a traditionalist standpoint, that's significant. I think from a week-to-week viewer standpoint, you just know that now Saturday night, all the Canadian games are available. And whether you're watching it on Sportsnet, CBC, City TV, you can just find the game you want. So Saturday night remains with Sportsnet. Monday night is now going to be Sportsnet, which had been on Prime Video. Prime Video is getting Wednesday for the entire 12 years. 26 national games beginning on Wednesday, September 30th. Available only on Prime Video in Canada. And I'm reading this from the press release at no additional cost to Prime members. Or so they say for the time being. What is significant in this? Now, okay, first of all, if we go on past seasons, what, guys? It's going to be 4 or 5 Oilers games, likely?
Likely.
On Prime, like the Monday games are usually 4 or 5.
Yeah, something like that.
But Prime is now getting 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round playoff series. The way I read it is that Prime is not guaranteed a Canadian team. But they'll have a quarter of the first round. They'll have a quarter of the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, right? So it says Prime Video also acquires exclusive rights to select Stanley Cup playoff series in Canada, comprised of 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series per year. Now, I would assume if enough Canadian teams make the playoffs, they would get at least 1 Canadian team. Like, let's say 4 Canadian teams make the playoffs and none of them are playing each other. Then you would think Prime would get one of those series.
Wouldn't they have to? Because
pretty much have to.
That's a massive revenue generator.
Yeah, and this is a deal for in Canada.
Like, is this really a big deal?
Because that's what I want to find out.
Last year it was on Monday. Now it's on Wednesday.
But does everybody have Prime?
I don't.
Okay.
I have to leech off my brother-in-law.
Okay, so...
But that's not foreign to people. Like, if you have a friend group or a family group, it's
leeching off your brother-in-law?
No, but here, let me explain. If you have Disney and you say, Kate, you borrow my Netflix, I'll borrow your Disney.
Right.
Why should we both pay for this streaming service? That's not foreign in this world. My concern is what if Amazon or Prime now says, no, we're cracking down on accounts linked to this.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then you're going to have people that are, because everybody, like a lot of people share their streaming apps, if allowed. But I don't know. Like Amazon Prime for a year is $99. I think the real, if you want to stick your finger at someone and say, what are you doing? It's Sportsnet Plus. I mean, their prices keep going up. The base deal for Sportsnet Plus for a year is $250.
No, why would you get Sportsnet Plus if you don't have cable?
If you don't have cable.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't.
Which is not cheap either, but yeah.
And trust me, if you really want to look far into it, you don't have to pay anything. All but $17 a month plus service tax. There's ways to do it, Reid. There's other ways to do it other than to be giving your money to big business.
What's the other way? Give it to your brother-in-law?
No, like IPTV. There's other streaming services where you can get every channel in the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So here's the what if though. So you don't have Prime Video. Mm-hmm. The Oilers make the playoffs. Their first round series is on Prime. Would that annoy people? Would that annoy people who want Jack and Louie?
Well, see, there's the point. It would annoy people more so in not having the regular voices,
right,
that they're used to, and I could understand that. I'm not a big fan of that. If you're taking away a home market, you're taking the voices of their broadcast away in lieu of Prime. I mean, Prime's broadcasts from what we saw last year were phenomenal. They were good.
I think they did a pretty good job.
And it's new faces, new people.
The intermissions weren't always good. I thought they were hit and miss. The talent is established talent. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jody Shelley's one of the analysts. I mean,
we should get Jody Shelley.
He's a regular on the show.
Yeah, I just, the people that I think this will affect is the people that will tune into the Oilers when the playoffs are there.
Right.
And then, heaven forbid that it's only available on Prime. What are they going to do?
Yeah, wait, where?
How are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
That's my question is, and truthfully, Reid, like for me, I'm out in a rural area. I don't have fast internet or high-speed internet residential that is plumbed into every house on the street. I don't have that. I have a tower that sits on my house.
Right.
That I have to then shoot a message to a tower that's kilometers away to get a reception, to get a signal. I don't always stream that well.
Okay.
So that can be a frustration for people that don't have the best internet connection. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of people in rural areas that don't have access to great internet.
Okay. 780-218-9999. Let us know what you think. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Jay's Play of the Day is coming up. We will resume picking a best athlete for every letter of the alphabet based on the athlete's last name. We're going to do letters D, K, O, S, and Y today. Ref Week resumes with CFL back judge at Rob Skaggs at 4:20, and at 5 o'clock, the Mark Kilam Show with the head coach of your Edmonton Elks. Ben Thompson, you go now.
Injury report has been released following today's practice. Carter O'Donnell did not practice while Nick Anderson and Tyrone Verde were limited. To the NHL, Rogers has announced a 12-year partnership making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. Beginning next NHL season, Amazon will stream at least 26 regular season games, along with 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. In NFL news, the Eagles and defensive tackle Jalen Carter have agreed to a 4-year contract extension, making him the highest paid defensive tackle in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN is reporting Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield arrived at training camp without a new contract and is expected to play out the final year of his deal before hitting free agency. NBA news, Draymond Green has re-signed with the Warriors on a 1-year contract worth nearly $28 million. Over to baseball, Game 2 of 3 goes tonight between the Blue Jays and Nationals. Shane Bieber gets the start for Toronto with the first pitch just before 5 o'clock. Earlier today, the Guardians edged the Reds 6-5. The two teams will meet again tonight with first pitch set for 5:10. And the Riverhawks begin their final road trip of the regular season tonight in Kamloops against the North Paws. Catch all the action live only on Edmonton Sports Talk with first pitch coming at 7:30. Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood the Duke. Locally owned and operated, serving the Duke and surrounding area for over 30 years. Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood, Leduc. Reid Wilkins Show coming up after the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
In the West, would you say are undoubtedly better than the Edmonton Oilers? I don't even know if I like my number, but what's your number?
3.
Okay, I had 3 as well.
Okay. Are they all?
They're all
3
in their division. Okay. Yeah, so it's just, okay, so maybe it's not a great question. I think. Can we undoubtedly say that those teams are better?
No. I mean, the Oilers before this past season beat the Stars in the conference final.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Is presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. Must be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. Well, Reid, I don't know. Maybe it is too good to be true because it is too good to be true. I don't know. But the Blue Jays are out in Washington taking on the Nationals. That first pitch goes just before 5. Cade Cavalli is the starting pitcher for the Washington Nationals. In his last 7 games, he's 3-0, an ERA of 2.75, and he's got 46 strikeouts.
Okay.
His last game was at Colorado. 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. Prior to that, 6 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. Prior to that, 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts.
So he can mow him down.
He can mow him down, Reid. So I went and I looked and I asked our friends at Play Alberta, I said, what's the line on, 4.5 strikeouts? And they came back with a very good number. So Jay's play of the day, Cade Cavalli, 5 or more strikeouts. So over 4.5 strikeouts. That's been boosted to plus 155. This is a good number. And Reid, we might even get to watch some of that.
Oh, yeah. We can
you imagine if it hits on the show?
That'd be incredible.
Have we ever had Jay's Play of the Day hit during their show live?
I'm not sure.
We're going for it today.
Yeah, we're going for it today.
Who was saying the weather delayed Jay's game?
Oh, was it already delayed?
It's already delayed.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Coop. Thank you, Coop. Is he still here?
Yeah.
That was him vacuuming, by the way. Anyways, Jay's Play of the Day. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you will see Jay's Play of the Day. Cade Cavalli, 5 or more strikeouts. So over 4.5, that's been boosted to plus 155. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Yeah, it just says delay. I'm not saying for how long. By the way, it's Canada-U.S. Friendship Day at the ballpark in Washington, D.C. I just saw this. I got to bring this up. We didn't talk about this because I just saw it on tsn.ca. Chargers QB Herbert announces engagement to beer. This, of course, is... what's her name? Madison Beer?
Madison Beer.
Is she a country artist? What is she?
She's a pop artist.
Singer-songwriter Madison Beer is a pop artist.
Yeah.
Just seems like that'd be like Homer Simpson's dream. I'm engaged to beer. Woohoo!
Beer.
All right. So this is what we're doing all week. We had a blast yesterday. Hopefully you enjoyed talking along with us at home or at work or in your car or wherever you take in the show. we are going to pick a last letter, a letter of the alphabet. We did ours ahead of time, obviously. And the greatest athlete of all time whose last name starts with that letter.
Yes.
So yesterday we had A, consensus was Muhammad Ali. G was Wayne Gretzky. L, we each picked somebody different. What else did we do? Q, you had a great one for Q. Was it not a Pakistani cricket player?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had, what was our other one yesterday? Anyway, we had 4 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
5 yesterday.
5.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was debatable. You had a tennis
I had
player?
Rod Laver. Yeah.
Rod Laver.
I had Lemieux. Yeah.
You had Mario Lemieux. Yeah, I had Dan Quisenberry. What was our other letter yesterday? W.
Yeah.
No.
Wait. G?
You did G.
G. It was A, G, U?
No, we only had one vowel.
W? Did we talk W?
Was it W? Maybe
it was W. It was W.
It was W.
Who was the W athlete?
Who did we have?
This is terrible.
Not good. Not good.
How invested
I thought we had
are.
a sheet.
I had my sheet from yesterday, and I probably recycled it.
I bet you I have mine.
Okay.
Here. We had A, G, L, Q, W. Tiger Woods.
Woods or Serena Williams. I said Serena Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start today with let's start with the letter D today. So I'll go first here, and Dusty helped me with, because I look some things up and I read up on some of these, but Dusty was with me when I was talking about the letter D, and he goes, well, the obvious person here does not sound like the letter D.
Silent.
It's silent. This is arguably the greatest. Well, he's in the argument. He's won the most Grand Slams. Novak Djokovic, tennis player. Starts with a D.
That's very good.
I'm going to go with him. There are a lot of good candidates, but 24 Grand Slam titles in an era with 2 other elite tennis players.
Mm-hmm.
He still won 24, won an Olympic gold, most weeks at number 1. Some good candidates here, but I'm going with Novak Djokovic.
That's a very good one. I mean, the first thing that came to mind for me was Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah.
His hit streak's still intact. 56 games. It's got to be.
The 56-game hit streak, yes.
Then I stumbled upon Didier Drogba.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
This is Chelsea's all-time leading foreign player. Drogba was from Ivory Coast. He's the all-time leading goal scorer for the Ivory Coast. He's Africa's all-time leading goal scorer in the World Cup. Drogba. Do you know Drogba?
I've heard of that name, yes.
Right. I think that's got to be
that is a pretty good one, yeah.
And then Marcel Dion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, that's where.
But I mean, I think for this, Djokovic probably is deserving of either. I think Djokovic or DiMaggio. Now, recency bias would suggest Djokovic, right?
Yeah.
But it is a sneaky one.
I went Djokovic as well.
Okay.
My honorable mentions were Tim Duncan, and then Kevin Durant. I feel like deserves a mention. Maybe the most pure scorer in the NBA. And then I also have honorable mention, guy who might be coming back this year, Aaron Donald.
Oh yeah, he'd be up there for sure.
That's one of the best D linemen to ever play. So
yeah, he'd be.
Because I took Reggie White yesterday.
Well, you mentioned him. You didn't take him.
I mentioned him as an honorable mention.
But you actually took Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Aaron Donald would be one of the best pass rushers in NFL history.
Right. Okay. But Djokovic, 24 Grand Slam titles. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's hard to dispute, Reid.
Yeah.
Good find.
All right. So who else are people putting in? Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant and Roberto Duran. James Duthie has been submitted. That's more for the broadcasters.
Oscar De La Hoya, honorable mention. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you could always, probably a lot of these you could think of a boxer. If you win a couple world championship fights, you're among the best ever in that sport. So.
Yeah, but if you say you say Djokovic, most people would know who that is.
It'd be hard to, even if you argued it, I don't think you could put him below second or third in the letter D. Like if there were a ballot where you put 3 names on it, I think he'd be on every ballot.
Would Marcel Dion be the highest ranked hockey player?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
When you
off the top of my head.
Yes. I mean, I think he's labeled as like the greatest NHL player to not win a Stanley Cup.
Yes.
So
He had over 1,700 career points.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's top 10
in
in scoring all time. Yeah, he's probably.
Yeah, he'd be up there. Yeah. All right, let's go to the letter K. Benny, you're first here.
Okay, so I went down. Like I read up on this from my friend ChatGPT. Miroslav Klose or Klose.
Klose.
Klose. Apparently, he leads World Cup in scoring. And a multiple.
He did. He doesn't anymore.
Doesn't anymore, but he did. He led World Cup in scoring.
He's got 16 goals in the World Cup.
That was
Kylian Mbappe is currently number 1, but at one point he did.
So yeah, that was my number 1 guy that I had. Honorable mentions: Clayton Kershaw, of course. Tying to hockey, Patrick Kane, Nikita Kucherov. Those 2 are good. And then I also have to mention the Steph Curry before Steph Curry, Kyle Korver. That's
Kyle Korver, who was a mystery athlete of the game once.
Kyle Korver. Ashton Kutcher, you mean? I always thought that guy looked like Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going with Yevgeny Kafelnikov.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, why not? He was ranked number 1 in the world in May 96. He's got his record overall is 609 and 306.
Okay.
Evgeny Kafelnikov. I did have Klose.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No.
That was a little too close for me. And then another honorable mention would be Patrick Kane. Yeah. I mean, is Patrick Kane going to go down as the greatest American hockey player?
I'd say he is, yeah.
Right now?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, Madonna would be up there. Matthews is still playing, obviously.
Yeah, but come on, Reid.
Yeah, guys.
What are we talking about? What are we doing here?
It's only a matter of time before he brings some team a cup. Maybe the Oilers.
Stop.
Okay.
Louise is listening. Who'd you have?
I have wrestler Alexander Karelin. Wrestled for the Soviet Union / Russia. 3-time Olympic gold medalist, 1-time silver medalist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-time world champion. He had a 13-year undefeated streak in 6 years in international competition. He went 6 years without giving up a point.
That's pretty good stat.
One stretch of his career. He was upset by Rulon Gardner of the United States in the Sydney Olympics. What is he? He only has 2 losses at the senior level. Like I read up on this guy today. Like he was just completely dominant. 6'3", 286 pounds. If you look at all the major events he was in, like World Championship, World Cup, European Championship, 35 gold medals and 2 silvers. So
pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's there's some good cases. Klose is good. Kafelnikov. I mean, he did win an Olympic gold too.
Mex has a good one. Sandy Koufax. Yeah.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw was up there.
Yeah. Billie Jean King.
Sure.
Very good.
Bronco Nick says Kaka is better than Klose.
Well, I wouldn't want to get too close to Kaka. All right. So, this is the letter K. This is a good one. Some good ones coming in. The letters O, S, and Y after the 4 o'clock break.
12-year Wednesday night hockey deal that includes a Canadian playoff series in the first round.
Canadian playoff series?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, I think it includes 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. But I'm assuming this is going to be, like, they're going to get, like, the Carolina Islanders.
I mean, they should.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 1st. Elks, Roughriders at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. The prehistoric party is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Pure Later Tackle Hunger. Experience family-friendly dinosaur-themed fun all game long. All in support of local food banks. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city. Our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Have released their latest injury report following today's practice. Carter O'Donnell did not participate, while Nick Anderson was limited. The Elks take on the Roughriders Saturday. Saskatchewan's running back AJ Ouellette did not practice as well. Over to the NHL, Rogers has announced a 12-year partnership making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. Beginning next season, Amazon will stream at least 26 regular season games, along with 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. In NFL news, the Eagles and defensive tackle Jalen Carter have agreed to a 4-year contract extension, making him the highest-paid defensive tackle in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN is reporting Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has arrived at training camp without a new deal and is expected to play out the final year of his contract before entering free agency. NBA news, Draymond Green is staying in Golden State after re-signing with the Warriors on a 1-year deal worth nearly $28 million. Over to baseball, Game 2 of 3 between the Blue Jays and Nationals goes tonight. Shane Bieber gets the start for Toronto. That game is currently under a weather delay. Earlier today, the Guardians held off the Reds 6-5. The two teams will meet again tonight with first pitch set for 5:10. And the Riverhawks begin their final road trip of the regular season tonight in Kamloops as they take on the North Paws. You can catch the game live only on Edmonton Sports Talk with first pitch coming at 7:30. Sports Update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. I'm Ben Thompson. That was your Sports Update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Hope been having a wonderful afternoon. Elks home to Saskatchewan Saturday at 5. Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Looks like it should be a pretty good crowd for that game based on Jay was looking at stuff on. We're going to Ticketmaster earlier today.
Yeah, it looks like they opened up the dog section,
Double M,
which is common. They'll often open up seats as they need.
Right.
But yeah, looking at the Ticketmaster site, it would appear as though sales are going well. So yeah, I think we should probably see 30,000. Be great.
Yeah, coming off that incredible game on Thursday. So 5 o'clock Saturday is the game. 4 o'clock Saturday here on EST is the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with Matt and Milne. Mm-hmm. And then they're on after the game to break it down. They will be coming to you from the Commonwealth Stadium Rec Center. We have the Mark Kilam Show at 5 o'clock this afternoon, presented by the Edmonton Elks with the head coach of the team. We are taking you through Buying or Selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. We have 3 more letters to get to today. Greatest athlete of all time, going by the first letter of their last name. We did D and K. Now we're going to do Y, S, and right now the letter O. I think you got to go first this one.
Well, okay. I was thinking a little bit. Well, I wouldn't even say this is outside the box, but I'm going with someone who set a record or became the first Canadian to win 4 medals in a Summer Games, and the country's youngest Olympian, Penny Oleksiak.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
You think she's the greatest letter O athlete of all time?
Well, it's up for debate, Reid.
Okay, it certainly is. It certainly can be bought or sold.
But, I mean, she had 4 medals in the 2016 Summer Olympics.
Which is pretty, that's pretty incredible.
I mean, I guess this one would maybe be something a little closer to home, a Canadian-born.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Of course, there's, I mean, is Shohei Ohtani already?
He'd be a candidate.
The number one.
A few people are putting him in the nasty chat.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, I hear you on that. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep.
Another honorable mention.
Candidate as well. Well, maybe Benny picked one of those people, or maybe I did. Benny?
Yeah, I definitely. So I have 4 honorable mentions. This is one of them, I think, the deepest. Alexander Ovechkin, greatest goal scorer of all time.
Okay.
Big Papi, David Ortiz, Shaquille O'Neal, Bobby Orr. But I am going Shohei Ohtani. I think he will go down as the best baseball player to ever live.
I think he will too. I think that's a great list. Who did you have again?
I had Ovechkin, Big Papi, Shaq.
Well, Ortiz is not in that category.
No, I know. I threw him in there
Okay.
because I like him.
Bobby Orr, though.
Bobby Orr.
Yes.
Ovechkin.
Ovechkin, greatest goal scorer
Gretzky
of all
always
time.
said, actually, Bobby Orr is the greatest player ever, didn't he?
Sure.
And I think he maybe Gordie Howe as well. Okay, so you were going with...
I'm going Ohtani.
You're going Ohtani?
Yeah.
I'm going with somebody you guys didn't mention.
Wow.
Though even if you don't agree with me, I don't think you're going to put up a big fight about this. Bronco Nick just put it in the chat. It's Jesse Owens. One of the greatest athletes in track and field history. And maybe for part of this for me is also the mystique surrounding the athlete. Muhammad Ali would be in that category. I mean, he obviously his athletic achievements alone would make him in the letter A, but then his persona, the changing his name, standing by his beliefs, giving up boxing for a while in the military and all that kind of stuff. So Jesse Owens, 4 gold medals at the 1936 Summer Olympics, right in Hitler's face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like that's significant. But I was just reading up on him today. Where is it now? In the NCAA, he had some crazy stat. He won like 5 gold medals in 45 minutes. Here it is. At the 1935 Big Ten Championships in Michigan, he won 4 events, set 5 world records, and tied another in less than an hour. The greatest 45 minutes ever in sport, it's been called. He won 4 NCAA titles in 35 and 36. 35 Big Ten championship, and then the Olympics were in 36. So in the 36 Olympics in Berlin, he got gold in the 100 meters, the long jump, the 200 meters, and the 4x100 meter relay. Just, I think, an excellent and an important athlete. So my O, and I got no problem with Bobby Orr and Otani and some of the other mentions, but I'm going to go with Jesse Owens. I think he should not be forgotten.
That's a good one.
All right. The letter S. Speaking, I think it's back to me to go first. So if we're kind of doing a bit of a rotation, the letter S. We looked at this guy's picture on the show a few months ago. He has a very infamous picture of himself. And speaking of Olympic golds, he has 9 of them, including 7 in one Olympics. Oh, it's swimmer Mark Spitz.
Right, Trev's doppelganger. Right?
Mark Spitz.
Right. There's some good candidates here. I won't say, because I'm going first, I won't say any of the other considerations, but certainly there are some good ones being put in the nasty chat. But I'll go the Olympic route here, and I'll take a guy responsible for one of the most dominant Olympic performances of all time.
He
Mark
set
Spitz.
7 gold medals, and each of them were a world record.
Right. Now,
Mark
some of those
Spitz.
were on relay teams, but he was
a part of the team. Probably the most important part of the team.
So he won 2 gold medals in 68. Sorry, in 68, he won 2 gold, a silver, and a bronze. And then in 72, he won 7 gold. And the famous picture of him is him standing in his
briefs?
The fairly skimpy swimming briefs with the 7 gold medals draped around his neck.
To me, this one just popped to my head first, and I'm going to stick with it. That's Emmitt Smith.
Whoa.
I mean, Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rusher in the NFL. 3-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, 8-time Pro Bowler. He's the best to do it. I rest my case.
It's funny, I'm going to the same position, I believe.
You're taking Barry Sanders.
I am taking Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, Sanders was great. Emmitt Smith had a longer career. Emmitt Smith has more rushing yards. I think if you look at the Mount Rushmore of NFL running backs, Barry Sanders is for sure on that.
Sure.
Emmitt Smith is for sure on that. So, yeah, Emmitt Smith.
Michael Shoemaker.
I strongly considered him.
No.
I mean, he was the winningest F1 driver for a long time, but I think a couple guys have passed him now.
Didn't Schumacher got in an accident, right? A skiing
He got
accident?
in a skiing accident.
Right.
Yeah. But he was a dominant driver.
Sure.
Who else is being put in here? Mike Schmidt, Philly slugger. Meck said Barry Sanders. Pete Sampras getting a mention. George St. Pierre. But would he be the greatest of all time?
Not even close.
Letter S, I don't think so.
I mean, that would be a close to home. I met George St. Pierre once.
And?
At UFC 100.
What did he say?
In the hotel, in the elevator at Mandalay Bay.
Oh, no way.
He said hello.
Did you say hello?
I did.
Did you get an autograph and or a picture?
I did get a picture. I had a double tall can of Budweiser with me.
Oh, beautiful.
Was he pretty nice?
I'll have to bring that
Did he
picture
have like handlers who were like, yeah, that's enough? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it was funny. We were just going from our room. They were below our room.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were going down, and here comes George St. Pierre and his whole entourage. And I look at my wife, and I'm like, that's George St. Pierre.
That's it.
And he heard me. And he's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, good. I'm from Canada, just so you know. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So once he found out I was from Canada, it was totally different.
Yeah. That's cool. He
was so nice.
Because he easily could have been like, oh, I didn't hear that. Or like, unless he comes up to me and says hi.
No, he was very nice.
But he was down to earth about it. Yeah.
Very.
That's pretty cool.
Calves the size of my head.
I bet.
Okay, so we had 3 different. So you guys both went football. Benny went Barry Sanders. You went Emmitt Smith. I went Olympic swimming.
Oh,
international swimming.
Dan Greaser just put in one of my top honorable mentions.
Who's that?
Secretariat.
Yeah, we didn't say it had to be human.
Oh, horses are athletes.
Horses are athletes
It's a
for
race.
sure. So the letter S, pretty good. A lot of good.
Stockton, Pete Sampras.
Did we say any? Did we say any hockey players for us?
I didn't.
Marty St. Louis.
Marty St. Louis got to be up there for sure. Yeah, that was about it. I think for hockey players, I don't think there's a whole lot of S for them. I remember looking through and couldn't really find like too many guys that like jumped off the page.
Right. All right.
Sheldon Sorey?
Sheldon Sorey, sure. Bobby Smith.
Yeah.
Well, Bezos says his secretary to last name. It is the name. It's like Pele.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's like Pele.
It's like, oh, yeah, we've done it. P? Well, yeah, okay. That's TBD. Can of worms there.
Yeah.
All right, the letter Y is where we're going to round it out today. The letter Y. It's the second last. It's the penultimate letter of the alphabet.
Well, I really went off the map here. This is a lady who revolutionized the sport of short track speed skating in China. She was the first ever Winter Olympics gold medal winner from China. This happened in 2002. She's now the VP of the World Anti-Doping Agency. This is Yang Yang.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yang Yang is who I've nominated.
I gotta look this up. Yang Yang. Well, that's an actor.
It's Yang Yang A. Go Yang Yang Olympics.
Yeah. That is really good. Yang Yang, speed skater, born 1976. She has 28 golds at the World Championships. Yeah, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 2 silvers and a bronze, several-time world champion in a variety of different distances. Yeah, she would have been on top of the speed skating world for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. All right. Benny, who's your Y?
I feel like this is a pretty basic pick. Stevie Y. Steve Eisman, I think, is all right. Is a favorite here. I have an honorable mention to a current guy that I was blown away by, Yoshinobu Yamamoto of the Dodgers.
Oh, that's a good one.
He was a damn good pitcher. Basically won the World Series last year. He popped out my head there.
Yeah, Stevie Y.
Yeah,
it's got to be on everybody's list.
Yeah.
Steve Young.
Yep.
Got to be on your list.
Well, I'm going with that last name. A guy is so good they named
Vince Young.
They named the darn award after him. I'm going with Cy Young,
yeah.
to represent the letter Y. Now, a different era, but 511 career wins, 749 complete games.
Cheapers.
Baseball Hall of Famer. World Series champion from 1903. He did lead the majors in wins 5 times, strikeout leader a couple times, had a perfect game back on May 5th, 1904. Who can forget that? I mean, I think we did our show from there that day. So I'm going with Cy Young. I mean, again, he's got the award named after him.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to dispute that one.
He's still brought up. Yes, I never saw him pitch, everybody. If anybody did, send us the footage. So I'm going with Cy Young. Carl Yastrzemski got some mentions. That's a good one. Nick has a good one for S. Christine Sinclair.
Yeah, Christine Sinclair is getting a lot of love.
She is certainly the best Canadian soccer player of all time. Would she be the best female soccer player in world history? For scoring, she would be.
Yeah.
So she actually would be up there,
Sure.
even not just from a Canadian standpoint.
Dr. John says Christine Sinclair, most international goals of all time, men or women.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sean says, talking of MMA, Anderson Spider Silva.
Okay.
E-Town Beatdown for S says Timu Solani.
Very good. I feel comfortable with Mark Spitz, though. I'm more comfortable with my list today than I think I was yesterday.
I would put Emmett Smith up against Mark Spitz. Did a longer time. The guy doped for one Olympics. So what?
But Barry Sanders was better than Emmett Smith, though.
No, he wasn't.
Sure he was.
No, he wasn't.
Did you ever see
Get your
him get
head
away?
out of your ass.
He was a one-man show. He never had an O-line. He never had an O-line like Emmett Smith had.
Don't hold that against Emmett Smith.
Barry Sanders was a better
Barry Sanders was impossible to block for.
No.
Yes. Hey, Barry, we're supposed to run through the left B gap, and he takes it all the way back across the
That's
grain.
because the blocking was so bad, he had to go back the other way.
Impatient runner. Look, Barry Sanders was elite. Barry Sanders is one of the greatest to do it. Emmett Smith is better. How many Super Bowls did Barry Sanders lead his team to?
Well, I think Troy Aikman was the leader of that team.
Oh my God, Reid. You're just pushing my buttons now.
Well, I mean, they had a super team before the salary cap.
Oh, they didn't. They just had good. They had.
Michael
They didn't
Irvin?
have team. They didn't have players that came there and left other teams and said, "Hey, we want to assemble a super team." They drafted well. They brought all these guys in.
Well, by tanking, going 1-15.
Well, sometimes you got to get poor before you get rich, Reid.
Mex says Bruce Smith might be better than both of them.
Well, now that's debatable.
Georgia Satellite says, what? I don't know what he's disagreeing with, though. Barry Sanders he's better than Emmitt Smith. Like, that's not even... I'm surprised you would give Emmitt Smith that much credit. Like, the greatest S athlete of all time
is Emmitt Smith. Well, it's a championship world, Reid. How many championships does Barry Sanders have?
None.
There you go. Emmitt has 3 rings.
So Patrick Maroon is better than Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
By a mile.
Okay.
I'm speaking about the NFL. That's how you remember the greats.
Ref week.
That's why Dan Marino always gets shade. He was a hell of a quarterback.
Yes, he was very good. Ref week with Rob Skaggs back judging the CFL. He's an Edmonton guy. He's going to join us in studio after the break.
The Elks have released their latest injury report following today's practice. Carter O'Donnell did not practice while Nick Anderson was limited. The Green and Gold take on the Roughriders this Saturday, and Saskatchewan running back AJ Ouellette was also held out of practice. Over to the NHL, Rogers has announced a 12-year partnership making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. Beginning next season, Amazon will stream at least 26 regular season games, along with 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. In NFL news, the Eagles and defensive tackle Jalen Carter have agreed to a 4-year contract extension, making him the highest paid defensive tackle in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN is reporting Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield arrived at training camp without a new deal and is expected to play out the final year of his contract before hitting free agency. NBA news, Draymond Green is staying in Golden State after re-signing with the Warriors on a 1-year deal worth nearly $28 million. Over to baseball, Game 2 of 3 between the Blue Jays and Nationals gets underway. Shane Bieber gets the start for Toronto, but the game currently waits a weather delay. Earlier today, the Guardians held off the Reds 6-5. The two teams will meet again tonight with first pitch set for 5:10. And the Riverhawks begin their final road trip of the regular season tonight in Kamloops as they take on the North Paws. Catch all the action live only on EST with first pitch coming at 7:30. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day, it starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. Ref Week continues on the other side of the break here. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually like lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Okay, often guests join us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. But sometimes people drop by into the Canadian Brewhouse studio, and some of them even bring jerseys.
Look at this.
I did not expect this. Rob Skaggs is here, CFL back judge, and Jason Milne, of all people, the ref hater, is proudly holding up.
Don't take it personally, Rob.
I'm not sure if that's memorabilia or garbage, but lean right in here, Rob. Get right in there. Yeah. So you have a good attitude and a good spirit. So thanks for bringing that. How often do you give? Is it game worn?
It is. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was from last season, if I'm not mistaken.
How many jerseys? Sure. What do you call yours?
Just jerseys.
How many do you get a season?
We usually get 2. So you usually get a short sleeve and a long sleeve. And then you've got like the winter versions. And I think over the years, I've probably accumulated about 100 jerseys because we keep getting new ones every year.
Well, thanks for bringing one to you. That's
right.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great conversation starter.
Yes.
When people are like, why do you have this? Well, let me tell you. All right. So did you grow up here?
Yep.
All your life?
Yep.
What was your high school? Junior high, high school?
Well, my junior high was Allendale when there were still the Aardvarks. And my high school was Strathcona. But I did go back to back when you could go back to play football. You know, when they didn't have, they didn't have center high, so I went back to play at Harry Ainley. So I went from Strathcona to Harry Ainley, which was a unique step.
Okay.
So did you play football after high school?
Yeah, I played football for a little while. I went to the Huskies.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to say that. We'll just leave that one part.
What years were you Huskies?
That was 84. That was
84?
when Brian Dickinson.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he was the head coach at that time.
Okay, so this is great that you came in. I mean, we want to start with getting this, and I know you got to kind of give a bit of the Coles notes, but what got you into officiating to begin with?
Funny story. So I was at Londonderry Mall. So this would have been the spring of 1993. I was in a store called Jersey City. I don't know if you guys remember that. Yeah.
Of course,
so, and there was somebody going out and they were handing out pamphlets to officiate football. And I'm thinking, you know what? I think I could do that. You know, because I didn't want to get into coaching. I wanted to stay in the game somehow. And I'm thinking, well, why don't we try officiating? And then it was a little bit of a journey trying to get hold of anybody back then because cell phones were just coming along. There was no such thing as email. So, trying to get a hold of anybody to say, I really want to do this. Where do I start? Yeah. Took a little bit, but it eventually worked itself out.
All right. And what did you start? Like, did you start doing like little kids or did you get high school first or what?
So your first couple of years, it's usually like back then, I don't know what they call it now. It might be something, but it was like Pee-wee or Adam, Pee-wee, Bantam. So that was kind of what made up most of your first year, and you'd have like triple or double or triple headers on a Saturday, if it was like the Edmonton Chargers, all three of their teams or, whatever other Bantam team is around. So you would cut your teeth doing the triple headers, and it was usually 3-man football. So you had a referee, an umpire, and then one line of scrimmage. Okay. That was it, right? But I mean, and you use the whole field. Now I don't even think they use the whole field anymore as far as the amateur or like the Adam and Pee-wee and
what do you mean use the whole field?
Well, so it was like use the entire football field back then. So the Adam and the Pee-wee players, like, they'd use
the CFL field.
Yeah, the full 110 yards by 65. But now I think they put it into quadrants, if I'm not mistaken. And they'll have much smaller field. And
which to me makes sense, though.
Well, I would think so too, because that's a lot of running for those little guys back then, right? So, all
right. And when did you start progressing and then eventually join the CFL?
So, so in about your second, third year, you start to move into high school. You start to cut your teeth with high school. And I still remember my very first high school game, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is fast, right? Because you're like, wow. And then from high school, I think 95. So 93 I started. 95, 96 was my first into junior. Okay. So and that was when they still played at the old Clark.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So and I think it was the Wildcats and the Hilltops, if I'm not mistaken.
How bad was that score?
Let's move on. So and then 98 was my first year in what they call it back then, CIAU, right, which is now is U Sport. And then 2001 was my first year in the Canadian Football League.
Okay, so did you ref Jay?
Oh yeah,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he would have refed probably during my junior career because you're in CFL, but you then still would do Canada West and I don't know if you did much PFC at that time.
I would have done. Yeah, my PFC would have been 95 to 2000.
Yeah, so you would have. That's funny because I also have a story about playing the Saskatoon Hilltops at Clark. It was my first year as a Wildcat. I think we got dummied 70-6. And then it was our rookie night. It was our rookie party that night. I'll never forget it. But yeah, I would have absolutely been reffed by you at Footfield with the Golden Bears.
For sure.
On quite a few occasions.
100%. That is correct. Well, and there was a lot of guys because when I did my last year in CIAU, U Sport, I did the Vanier, and that was the Ottawa GGs against Regina. Yeah. So that was when because they were 2 or 3 years into their move to Canada West into university football. And there was a number of ex-Wildcats on that team.
On Ottawa, too.
Yeah, Ottawa, 100%.
Brad German. There was names.
There was at least 2 or 3, for sure.
They had a little bit of a pipeline there. Somebody must have recruited well with the Edmonton Wildcats because I think 3 or 4 guys, Chris Schold, went out there. Yeah, for sure. And recognize those.
Yeah, and they ended up winning the Vanier that year.
They did?
Yes, absolutely.
So why do you think, or what do you remember about getting noticed by the CFL, or did you have to go through an application? Like, when did you start to think like, hey, I'm pretty good?
Well, it's kind of funny when you think about it, because in all honesty, I didn't really think of the CFL. Like, it wasn't really top of mind. It was just, hey man, I really enjoy this. Let's do some football and, doing junior football and U Sport. And then I remember one game at the old Clark Stadium. Our dressing room was at the south end, and just outside the dressing room, there was a big tree and there was a picnic table there. And Brian Small, who was kind of one of the guys high up, him and Wayne Fleming were kind of the 2 guys that were really, coordinated the officials, moving them up. Sat me down on the table. He goes, he says, I think you have a future. I'm like, in what? He goes, well, he says, I think you might have an opportunity to move up to the CFL. I'm like, really? And this would have been 98.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, just, keep your nose to the grindstone and keep listening. And the one thing they always say is, be coachable, understand what you can do and what you can't do. And, don't talk back and, just kind of keep your nose clean. And I just, from there, I'm like, never really thought about that before. So that was my first year university, and then did a couple more. I had my 99. So my second year, I did the Churchill Bowl in Laval. And I think that was the first year Laval won the Vanier. And then 2000, I ended up doing the Hardy and the
oh wow.
Then the Vanier.
And were you always a back judge, or did you move around?
Well, in U Sport however you want me to say it. U Sport and PFC, I was line of scrimmage and deep. So, and they had a little bit different way that they did, because it was 6-man officiating back then. That now it's 7-man, but so they just did a little bit different. And you did line of scrimmage or deep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I never really had an opportunity to get into refereeing at that time, in terms of being the head man, before I moved up into the pros.
Okay.
We had Perry Stothard on yesterday. He's a FIBA ref, CEBL ref.
Got it all.
Been around the game. Yeah. He mentioned, and it was actually unfortunate, but he mentioned after the show, after he was on, that when he would go from CEBL to U Sports, it was like the game was in slow motion. Is that the same for football? Like when you come back down, or when you were kind of in flux? You're full-time CFL now.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
but when you used to, would you come back down to, say, a PFC game or a U Sports game and say, "Oh man, I can see everything"?
So it's funny. So they're like, normally you don't. Like normally, if you're in the CFL. When I first started, you stayed in the CFL, right? And then once your season was over, is usually October. And then they didn't really like to upset the officials that were already in, university football. Sure. So now what they do is we have kind of an academy. So the younger officials will come up for a couple games, 2 or 3 games, maybe a couple exhibitions, then go back full time into the U Sport. And yes, when you've done the CFL, because it's when I was talking about high school, I thought, oh my God, this is so fast. And I remember my first junior game, you're like, whoa, that's a big step, right? And then even university beyond that. And then finally you get to the CFL, and there is a difference for sure. Like, as you think, like, as you go, I don't want to say back down, but when you go back to the amateur, yes, the game does slow down. But I'll never forget my very first game in the CFL. So this is June of 2001, exhibition game. It was BC at Saskatchewan. Taylor Field, and it was like nothing was happening. Nothing. And all of a sudden, there's a pass right down my sideline. It went, and I think it was Jason Claremont. I think it was his rookie year with BC. Goes to catch the ball, gets hit, goes out of bounds. The ball pops out, and I have no clue. Like I'm standing there. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm trying to process it. And the field judge from the middle of the field comes running over, makes the call. And I'm like, thanks, Daryl. And you're just like, because you're cruising along, you're thinking, wow, I can do this. This is awesome. And all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. The speed is just right there, and you're going, whoop, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, that's my call.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Well, you learn pretty quickly.
Yes.
We're going to get a big part of this. We'll get to this after the break, because I know a lot of people tune in because they want to hear about how refs handle conflict, because you might, in your position, there's probably a lot of, like you said, hey, no, I got it, or hey, he's grabbing me. What are you looking at? But you mentioned, and I want you to dive into this here if you can, the NFL CFL official exchange.
Yes,
you were part of that. So what did you get to do in the NFL?
So it started in 2016. So 2016, I actually took that year off. And what the whole concept was is we would send officials down to training camps and exhibition games, and they would send officials up to exhibition games and training camps and stuff, just to kind of feed off it. Glenn Johnson was the one that started that, and I thought it was a fantastic initiative. And so the interesting thing is you get completely immersed. Like we would go down to the training camp that they would have every year in New York. Then you would go to their main camp in Dallas, and then you would get assigned to a crew. And then you would go and do various training camps, and then you would do an exhibition game.
Okay.
So that was kind of the way that set up, and the same with the guys coming up here.
So nobody ever did a regular season game in the other guys' league. Okay.
No. However,
but still,
yeah. But I mean, so the way it worked out, and I think we touched on this just a little bit before. The officials that came up were kind of in their academy. Right. So it was they had an officiating academy. They would send younger officials, either the younger officials or guys that were maybe on the bubble and need a little bit more work. So they would send them up. And it was just every single time there was 3 key things, right? The size of the field threw them off. The motion completely threw them off. They're like, what's happening here? And the kicking game.
Want to throw the flag every time somebody moves.
Yeah, because they can only move parallel. And then the third was the kicking game. Missed field goals, singles, no yards, return this, return that. And it was just their heads were swimming. And I will say forever and ever and ever, and this is not a slight, but the CFL is a much harder game to officiate than the NFL. Full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, full stop.
Just because of the three things you mentioned.
Yep.
Motion, size of the field, and there's more action on kickoffs.
There's more action on
fair catch.
kickoffs, the
You
wider
can't
field.
Down the kickoff is always in play.
It's just such a much larger surface area.
It is. Yeah,
More
100%.
area to cover, more area to call.
So where are you on a punt return?
So I am deep side. So I am usually lined up just behind or parallel to the returner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would your primary responsibility be no yards, or would it be blocking fouls?
Blocking. So
Blocking fouls,
the field judge, the one in the middle of the field,
yes,
is generally responsible for no yards.
Okay.
That's primarily their call. Our primary is, so you've got the gunners.
Okay.
So that's our number one primary, and then sometimes you'll have two players out there.
Okay.
So you get either watching one or both. Okay. And they're coming downfield, and depending on what side they're going to, that's your primary responsibility. And then till it gets close to the ball, then you move to the point of attack foul.
Okay. So when you can hit me if you want. when have you, if I'm going to try to make a tackle on the return on your team, when have you blocked me in the back?
So we no longer have a side anymore.
Okay.
We either have a front or we have a back. Right? So if it's anywhere in here, that's a foul.
Oh, so
if
now that
it's anywhere towards
shoulder check would be a legal block?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, what you want to do is you want to have the intent, and you want to have clear and obvious hit in the back.
Okay.
So, you're kind of using that dividing line right there.
Okay.
Right? So anything close and you've got force, we're going to throw that flag.
Okay.
Does it also have to do with the aftermath? With what way what direction the player that is fouled heads to help you?
Sometimes, because what the thing, and I've got myself into trouble on this numerous occasions over the years. What you never want to see is what happened at the end. You got to see what caused it, because I have 100% thrown a flag because I saw somebody go down face first.
Flying down face first.
Yeah, I had one last year.
Foot.
Nobody even touched him. Oops.
Did they remind you of that when you stood up? Yeah. Or not the guys that got knocked down. The guy, the other.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even touch him. I'm like, oh, well, that's good. But anyway, so you don't want to let that influence you, because guys can contort their bodies.
But I was looking, I think you're the second most tenured CFL referee. You've had 384 games to start this year.
Yeah.
So
correct.
Certainly higher than that.
Yeah.
Have you gotten better at your angles?
Yes.
And where to be and what to, how to see the play develop?
And the interesting thing about that is because there are times when we will change our mechanics, depending on what we need to get the best angle, and we'll move the officials around. Like from the way we used to cover punts when I started, 25, 26 years ago is different than the way we cover punts right now. The bottom line is you always want to put yourself in the absolute best position to see, because you never want to guess.
Right.
And again, we've all been there.
It's exactly.
Nobody
Perry
wants to
said
guess.
almost the exact same thing yesterday. Move around so you're not guessing.
Give yourself the best opportunity to see what you need to see. Don't come in there and say, well, I think, because if you think, then you're hooped.
Right.
Right.
Well, and I want to ask Rob Skaggs here, joining us here for Ref Week, CFL official, 20-some years. I want to ask you a question after the break that I asked Perry as well, and it pertains to new officials that are coming in and kind of where they've come from, their story.
Yeah, so we got a few more minutes with Rob Skaggs for Ref Week. Mark Kilam at the top of the hour. Here's Ben Thompson.
The Elks were back on practice field today, and the latest injury report is out. Carter O'Donnell did not practice while Nick Anderson was limited. Edmonton gets set to host Saskatchewan on Saturday, and on the Riders side, running back AJ Ouellette also missed practice. Around the NHL, Rogers has reached a 12-year agreement making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey starting next season. Amazon will stream at least 26 regular season games plus 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. And then NFL, the Eagles have locked up star defensive tackle Jalen Carter with a 4-year extension, making him the highest-paid player at his position in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN reports Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has arrived at training camp without a new contract and is expected to play out the final year of his current deal before testing free agency. NBA news, Draymond Green is returning to Golden State after agreeing to a one-year contract worth nearly $28 million. To baseball, the Blue Jays and Nationals are set to play Game 2 of a 3-game series. Shane Bieber gets the ball for Toronto. That game is currently in a weather delay. Earlier today, the Guardians edged the Reds 6-5. The Ohio rivals wrap up their series tonight, first pitch schedule at 5:10. And the Riverhawks open their final road trip of the regular season tonight in Kamloops against the North Paws. You can hear every pitch live only on Edmonton Sports Talk with the first pitch at 7:30. Sports Update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Ref Week continues on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Maybe we mobilize the Nasties and make it so that it's like a thing that the Nasties go to Landmark Cinemas downtown. So the theater that's closest to you, and actually it's closest to me too geographically, doesn't go under.
What we could do is like go during the day.
Simultaneously revitalize downtown. It'd be the Edmonton Sports Talk Nasty Revitalization Coalition or something. Oh, I like that.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Two guys and a goalie.
You see McDavid's golf swing?
Yes.
What do you think of the weird step through?
Does he always do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play around, but most of these natural athletes, really smooth golfers, just seems so weird to see the best hockey in the player in the world take a step through that. If it was golfing with my buddies, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. So they just had the big ass stadium tour there over the weekend. Fortunately, cut short by rain on Saturday. But the next big concert coming up, AC/DC, the Power Up Tour 2026. Go to edmonton.ca/attractions and go to Commonwealth Stadium, or just Google AC/DC Commonwealth Stadium. It'll tell you how to get tickets. Guns N' Roses and Foo Fighters coming up in August and September as well. This is day 2 of Ref Week here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, and CFL back judge Rob Skaggs is here. What does he say, Jay? He's approaching 400 games?
Yeah,
in the CFL?
He must be right around 400
not
now.
Bad.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad. You never do 2 a week, do you? Or do you sometimes?
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because just this past week, there was a few officials that had to do what we call double headers because of injury.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
so it was pretty busy.
Yeah.
All right. What's your day job before we...
So my day job is I'm vice president of sales and marketing for a company called Blue Water Group.
Okay.
And we're the largest distributor of mobile branded lubricants in Canada.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Mobile One.
Right. Yeah. You work with a lot of football fans. They're all over you when you get back on Monday.
Sometimes, yes.
You're like, Rob, what are you doing?
Yes.
So I brought this up to Perry Stothard, who was on yesterday. I mentioned this earlier, but it's in terms of officiating football.
Yep.
Do you find it's better or easier or smoother of a transition for somebody to come into the officiating realm or start as an official if they have experience in that sport?
Yep. 100%.
Is it because you see, you can study binders.
Yep.
You can get binder and you can qualify to become an official. You can say, yeah, I've passed all the tests, but I don't know. Rob, I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm hard on officials, especially when it comes to football.
Really?
But sometimes, things get carried away.
Know
but
that.
yeah. But it just seems like the best refs that I had, including one yourself. Wasn't there an official named Milne as well? Anyways, there was people that you could talk to.
Be right. Yes.
And you would say, and they'd say, no, this is why. And they'd be speaking football language to you.
Yep.
How do you see that?
I think you have hit the nail on the head. And officiating is about feeling a game, right? It's not about, I know this rule inside out and backwards, and I'm going to go out in the field and I'm going to show everybody I know that rule. Because if they're like that, you're going to have how many flags a game or how many fouls a game. The best officials that we found are the ones that can understand, build a relationship, and feel a game. And when you need to step in and when you don't. Because you don't need to be throwing flags all the time. You can still technically coach the players, when it comes to, they're close to a foul. There's lots of times after a play, where the guy's, grabbing a little bit here outside. I will go to the player, bring his coach over, and I'll say, listen, I said, you're close. I said, your arms are out a little too long. I said, if you hold on a little bit further, you're going to cause us to throw a flag. I said, you don't want that. I said, so stay inside as much as you can.
See, that's so beneficial.
Yep.
Because you're also gaining respect from that coach, from that player, and saying, okay, this is not just the big bad official. This is somebody who wants a clean game. Yeah. You don't want to throw flags.
No.
Really, you don't. Because we all know you could throw a flag on every single down of a football game.
If you really wanted to, you could throw a flag on every single. But it's all about clear and obvious and what was the effect.
Okay.
Right?
So let's touch on then those moments of conflict.
Yep.
I mean, maybe you have a receiver, a DB, mad at you, or trying to convince you the ball didn't skim on the turf when he picked it, or you're on the sideline. Like I always enjoy those where they cut to a coach and he's yelling at the official, and the official's just like staring straight ahead. But how have you found managing those? When do you need to snap back, or how do you calm down a player or coach that you think might be going too far?
Yep. Well, I mean, no matter who the coach is, they're going to have their moments, right? They're going to have their moments, and over the years, we've had a lot of those coaches. The number one thing is to make sure that you're listening to the coach. You're not interjecting right away.
Okay.
And just make sure the first thing is that you've got the time to do it. You're not going to do it just before the snap is going to happen. Like that's never. So just, the general line is, coach, the next time out, I will come over and we will have a chat. Ideally, you want to bring another official with you, just because you never know what's going to be misconstrued.
Right.
So, and then you're going to try and talk, and hopefully they'll have come down off the ledge a little bit, and then you can listen to them. You can absorb what they're saying, and then you can give your feedback. They may not necessarily like it, but the bottom line is, and I've heard this time again, they like to be heard. Like not just, somebody ignoring them or somebody being a little bit over officious or being a jerk. Like, don't do that. Like I always say, if you can create and maintain a semblance of a relationship with the players, the coaches, the people that you spend a lot of time with during your life. Let's be honest, how many hours a week you're with these people. Create that relationship. Have an understanding. It's almost like, employer-employee, like how you want to talk to them, how you want to make sure that they understand what you're trying to say. You may never come to an absolute agreement, but at least you've addressed it, at the right time.
How have you felt about we talk about pass interference a lot on this show. Sometimes we show video.
Yeah.
And there's a challenge for PI.
Yep.
Like how hard is it to officiate PI? And when a guy challenges a coach, you kind of feel like, come on, man. Like, I know I got it right. Or are you just like, hey, if that helps get it right, then so be it.
Yeah. I mean, so 2014 when they brought in the ability to challenge pass interference, and I was the very first official that ever got overturned.
Really?
In Winnipeg with Mike O'Shea.
But yeah, is that okay with you though? Like,
well, so it was a little bit unnerving at first. Let's be honest, right?
Sure.
Because for years and years and years, we officiated without any headsets, without replay. So you just went, you got, I hope I got that one right, because you don't really know every single time. So when that first came in, the number one thing was it'll help us get it right. I mean, over the years, have we gone too far the other way? A little bit, but I think at the end of the day, we're getting things right that we should be getting right. That's number one. And then when it comes to pass interference, it's all about angles. Because you've got the two deep guys. So you got the field judge, you got the deep side, then you've also got the line of scrimmage. So everybody, you're kind of converging to see what's happening on these passes. Yeah. And sometimes you may not have that angle. You just don't. So I may be behind your back, and you're getting pulled inside here. I'm not going to see that. So hopefully the field judge in the middle of the field is going to see that. And that's why we have the positioning that we do, to be able to see those calls. But, pass interference, 100%, it can be one of those things. So you may have something that's clear and obvious, easy to throw, right? You may have something that you're not 100% sure on, so you're not going to throw it. But it may be to the point where it comes to replay, by the book, that's a foul.
Right.
And they're going to call it.
Okay.
Right.
And I assume every receiver thinks he's interfered on every pass.
play.
Like, do you ever just tell a guy, like, come on, man, like, I heard you last time. It's not PI. You just got to,
Yes. But he held me. I'm like, well, not really, but, you just try and work it, have a little humor.
Rob, we're so happy you came in. We could have spent more time with you. We got Coach Mark Kilam coming up next. So
say hi to Mark for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have said hi to each other. I'm sure you guys have said hi to each other several times. But, I mean, thanks to you and thanks to the CFL. This is the second straight year. We've done this 2 years in a row. Second straight year, we've had an Edmontonian who is a current CFL official on the show, which is a treat to get that perspective and to see that you're not just a boogeyman.
And I bring gifts.
And he brings a gift. That's the most unexpected thing of all time. Rob Skaggs for Ref Week. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Thank
you. All
you.
right, Mark Kilam Show after the 5 o'clock break here.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 1st. Elks, Roughriders at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. The prehistoric party is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Purelator Tackle Hunger. Experience family-friendly dinosaur-themed fun all game long. All in support of local food banks. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city. Our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work? Yeah. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh. Emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Elks have wrapped up another day of practice, and today's injury report is in. Carter O'Donnell did not participate, while Nick Anderson was limited. Edmonton hosts the Roughriders on Saturday, and Saskatchewan could also be without key piece running back AJ Ouellette as he missed practice. To the NHL, Rogers has struck a 12-year agreement with Amazon, making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. Beginning next season, the platform will carry at least 26 regular season games, plus 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. In NFL news, the Eagles have signed defensive tackle Jalen Carter to a 4-year extension, making him the highest-paid defensive tackle in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN reports Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has reported to training camp without a contract extension and is expected to play out the final year of his current deal before becoming a free agent. NBA news, Draymond Green is remaining with the Warriors after signing a 1-year contract worth nearly $28 million. Over to Major League Baseball, Game 2 of the Blue Jays series against the Nationals has been delayed due to weather. Shane Bieber is scheduled to make the start for Toronto once play begins. Earlier today, the Guardians outlasted the Reds 6-5. The two clubs will close out their series today. First pitch is set for about 10 minutes from now. And the Riverhawks kick off their final regular season road trip tonight in Kamloops against the North Paws. Listen to the entire game live on Edmonton Sports Talk with first pitch at 7:30. Mark Kilam on the Reid Wilkins Show. Right now, I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Okay, hope you're having a great afternoon. Just had Rob Skaggs in studio as we continue Ref Week here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne, a longtime CFL back judge. And now we get to the Mark Kilam Show, the head coach of the Edmonton Elks, presented by your Edmonton Elks. The prehistoric party game is coming up on Saturday, 5 o'clock against the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Where are your dinosaur?
I was going to try to work in a dinosaur joke and Riders fans, but I'll stay away from that for the time being. Ticket sales, I'm just on the Ticketmaster page right now. Basically, between the goal lines, there's not a lot.
Slim.
So I would snap them up. The Elks are doing great. It's a rivalry game against Saskatchewan. We expect a big crowd. And given the action on the field involving Elks games and games around the league, who knows what we're going to see this week? And to discuss that and more, we have the head coach of your Edmonton Elks, Mark Kilam, on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Good to see you again. I mentioned we just had Rob Skaggs in studio. We're doing Ref Week for the second summer here on the show. Great opportunity for us. I know you've been on the sidelines as a coach and in football a long time, but now you're the head coach. Have you learned anything in the last season and a half or about the best way to have a positive relationship or a positive chat with officials?
Yeah, I just try to treat them with respect all the time. I mean, Skaggs does a good job. I like Skaggs. He's a good dude, but we're just always looking for consistency in everything we do, and same goes for the officials. I mean, that's just what it is.
Okay. This is kind of odd timing because I know you guys put the last game in the past relatively quickly, and it's still a few days before the next game. So we are going to ask a couple questions about last week's games, just that obviously that are relevant to fans. We had Vinny Blanchard on the show on Friday, and we still get comments in our chat and on our text line. Love this guy. Great moment for him. I know you've spoken highly of him when we've talked about him in the past, but I'm just wondering if you could touch on the confidence you showed in him in that moment and the confidence he showed in himself making that big kick in that environment.
Yeah, super proud of Vinny. We believed in Vinny since day one. I don't think he had that before. I've said to him, and I've said on many media programs that, his leg talent is some of the best I've ever been around. With unquestionably some of the best I've been around. And he just had to go through the process of, getting game experience, making kicks, getting used to his new operation with Brad and Jake. And, we feel like Vin can hit a ton of big kicks. We don't always put him out there because we do play a field position game at times. And, we try to calculate those decisions. But I mean, once we got to the 50, which was an outstanding job by our offense to get us there was no question. We've seen him hit big kicks in practice all the time.
Mark, we've talked a lot about the three facets of football: offense, defense, special teams. And look, last week in Saskatchewan, at certain points of the game, all three facets of your football team were playing less than par. I mean, they weren't all working together at the same time until the end of the game, when, it's seemingly defense got the stop when they need to, offense marched the field, Vincent Blanchard kicks the game-winning field goal. Is that, can you build off that, or do you still got to talk about earlier in the game and how they weren't all functioning at the same time, or do you like to focus on when it mattered most, those three facets showed up and came through for your team?
I think we talk about all of it, but the number one point out of that game was we made plays at the end of the game to win the game. That's the number one thing we take out of that game, because that's important and that separates winners and losers in the CFL. A lot of games, we knew that game was going to come down, felt like to the final possession, but we had prepped for a 60-minute game. You have to play 60 minutes to beat the best football team. Saskatchewan's a very good football team. How about our defense was on in plus territory twice, and they only came away with 3 points, one from the plus 30 and one from the plus 24. That's their end, our end of the field. After those turnovers, we had some bad short yardage plays that put us there, and they held to 3, which gave us an opportunity to win the game with a field goal. Then we put ourselves in a hole again with the holding penalty on the KOR, but then our offense, 9 plays, 52 yards, a couple critical third down conversions, and put us in a position where Vin could go do his thing. But, we talk about it all. To answer your question, we always try to, correct the things that we need to get better at and then continue to build on the things that we did well. But making plays at the end of the game is what's important.
Okay, I just got one more about last week's game, and then we'll move on to some of your significant performances and looking ahead to this week. But you mentioned the short yardage plays. I'm sure, as you know, you had fans tearing their hair out after the snap on the 3rd and 2 and the third down sneak that didn't look like you needed very much, and you didn't get it. What happened on those plays?
Yeah, well, on the 3rd and 2, which was the bad snap, we couldn't hear the cadence. We didn't know. It was pretty loud in there. I had called the timeout to settle everybody down before that so we could call our best play. And, obviously that one didn't work out. And then we made a bad play worse just by trying to scramble and make a play. We should have just fallen on the football. And on the second one, it's 3rd and inches. And, I think we all want to be the team that believes in ourselves and believes that we can, get inches when the other team is a yard off the football. And we're going to continue to coach that way. We're going to continue to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to clean up the blocking and how we can execute that better. But, I said to the football team, we want to be that team. Does it end the game there if we get a first down? Not quite, but it significantly hurts their chances. And we're going to continue to be aggressive and coach to win.
Cody Fajardo, what can you say? Week 8 player of the week. He had 4 long play completions, 30 yards plus. He had a perfect passer rating. Is this? Do you think a performance like that it just puts to rest the detractors and shuts up the detractors about Cody Fajardo?
Nope, I don't think so. I don't think he gets any respect. I think our team doesn't get any respect. They're still going to say Montreal's better than us. They said last week Saskatchewan's better than us. And I'm fine with that. We're a team with a chip on its shoulder. That's how we roll. That's how Cody rolls. That's why I love him. And we try to play that game. We try to use that to drive us forward. Cody was slinging it last week. He was seeing the football, seeing the field well, finding the people that were open and making, we had like 6 big plays in that game. I just in practice today, he looked the same. So, I think, that's part of who he is. That's part of who we are as a football team. And I'm just fine with that.
You talked about it earlier about the third down conversions late in the game. And it was the TJ Luther coming out party. you've spoken highly about TJ Luther for a while, but how important is that to his game to get that recognition and get those big receptions? And how necessary is it for you and this team to have success? How necessary is that depth at the receiver position to have?
No doubt. To your first part of your question, I mean, TJ, like we've spoken about, is a guy that's continually gotten better. He takes coaching every week. He tries to improve on the things that where the areas of his game where he needs to get better. But he's made plays continually through it. I mean, he had 10 receptions for 157, and like I said, those critical third downs. One was 3rd and 10. I mean, even on the last play to get us into field goal range, It was an underneath pass, and he got behind his shoulder pads and went vertical. And that's something that we coach our receivers on really hard about yakking it up. And we lead the league in yak yards. And, I think we had 221 yak yards in that game. And that's receivers saying that, hey, not every pass I'm going to be wide open down the field, but everything I catch underneath, I'm going to play behind my pads and I'm going to get vertical and try to maximize that. And TJ does that every single time, and I think that's definitely a credit to him. And to the second part, I mean, you have to have multiple ways to win games. You have to have multiple ways to win games. You have to have multiple ways to move the football. If the run game's not working, if we can't get rank going, play action was working, and that's where some of those big shots came in that game. And that's why winning looks different each and every week. I mean, going into this game, it's exciting. We're playing the same team because, hopefully it's another, tremendous football game. But it's going to look different probably than last week just because they're going to correct some things. We're going to correct some things. And, every game's its own entity, and you don't really know what it's going to look like until you get into it.
Elks head coach Mark Kilam joining us. It's the Mark Kilam Show every Tuesday at 5 here on EST. So it's the back-to-back. What's it like game planning back-to-back? And I guess we've talked about short weeks. I guess this is a long week. Is this a better situation for coaches, or what's it like now?
It's unique. It's this fine balance. Like on a short week, it's not that you're simpler. Maybe you just don't overthink it as much, and you're more efficient, and you try not to put in too much so that the players can play fast. On a long week, it's you have a little bit more time to formulate a plan. Now there's no other games to break down other than our own and how they played us and how they played us in the past. And you kind of look at the coordinators on that team and how they've kind of handled back-to-backs, and you kind of just formulate a plan off of that. And it's unique. Like the Labor Day back-to-back is you usually do a bigger plan for the first game and almost like a game plan and a half, and then you just cut it down for the game, and whatever you have left over, you use that in the second game. And that's so it's a little bit of a different situation here, but that's part of the chess match of cat and mouse of who can make the adjustments.
Mark, this sounds like a really simple question, but I hope you can expand on it, because I'm scratching my head wondering, how the hell do you get to Trevor Harris? Like the ball is off his hand in a second. Like how do you game plan for that?
Fast. He's the fastest. He gets the ball out the fastest in the league. And the other part about it is, he's so good at looking at contour, knowing where he wants to go with the ball. What's his indicator? Okay, I'm going right here with the ball. He has seen every look that you can give him. He is. That's why he had. People say a coach on the field. That's really. He's the way he thinks about the game and the way that he understands the game, and athletically, obviously, arm talent is still there to get the job done. And he doesn't want to get hit, so he wants to get the ball out fast, and he does a great job doing that. And so that it's a challenge. It's a challenge. You got to try to work on your disguises, and you've got to try to get hands up in the throwing lane and hopefully get some knockdowns.
Mark, I'm going to call an audible here because I got an email from a fan, Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Stacy says, I would like to know how much time Coach Kilam spends with each individual position unit. Do you understand what Stacey's getting at? You know, like how much do you go around and spend time with individual units?
Yeah, so I always rotate in the meetings. I try to just rotate back and forth, offense, defense. In training camp, I would sit in position meetings. We do a little bit more groups in season. And then in practice, during individual period, which is they're all by themselves working on their individual techniques, I just float around. And, I try to have a presence everywhere on the field. Obviously, you can't be everywhere at once, but I try to spread myself around that way.
Okay. I'll tell you this. I just got a note from someone within the Elks organization who said that the Elks have been selling 1,500 to 1,700 tickets a day for this game.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I know that's not your job to sell tickets, but you also know that winning helps do that. Can you just touch on the opportunity for a really huge crowd? I mean, we all know what happened almost a couple of years ago, the people that got hired, the goals you had. Can you touch on that opportunity for a huge crowd this weekend? Yeah,
I mean, from my perspective, we've tried to handle our end of the bargain. So we've tried to put a quality product on the football field. We try to honor the fans with the style of football that we play, which is a physical, explosive style of football, something that they can relate to. We try to connect ourselves to the community so that they, can gain insight into who we are as a football team. But getting crowds in that place, there's nothing like it. I mean, even last home game with the BC game where there's over 20, I mean, you could feel the difference. Edmonton's fans are smart. They're loud when they're supposed to be. We want to make Commonwealth Stadium a hard place to play for our opponents. And that's one of our goals since our regime started. We wanted to make Edmonton like it was in the past, where teams came to lose. And that's what we want. And obviously the fans contribute to that significantly. And, we're hoping for a big crowd. I know there'll be some other shade of green in there, and that's fine too. It'll add to the atmosphere, but let's just make sure our shade is a little bit louder than theirs.
Maybe some Yucca Flux, some watermelon Yucca Flux. I'm sure there'll be watermelon heads.
Oh, there'll be watermelon heads. Yeah. I'm in the stands. There'll be a variety of Rider fans for sure, which is okay. Which is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Mark, again, incredible game last week. Looking forward to this one coming up on Saturday. And, of course, we'll talk to you again next Tuesday. Always appreciate your time.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming back to work there, Reid. I know you took last week off, man, but just it's good to come back.
I decided to come back. Well, I'm not sure if anybody wanted me back, but I came back. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, see you guys.
Well, Mark Kilam, that's the Mark Kilam Show presented by the Edmonton Elks here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Always good to talk to him. He always does a pretty good job recapping some of the bigger storylines from the last game. I mean, those third down plays, we talked about it on Friday, and didn't he call them short yardage failures? I think when he first brought them up, snap count, and then. I mean, you got to get those inches on that quarterback sneak. And there was nothing, and we talked about this. I didn't mind the call, especially. I don't care if you're third and half a foot on your own 11. You got to go. You got to go for it.
Yeah,
you should be able to convert a quarterback sneak of a foot or less with no problem.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was questioning those calls.
No, it was the coaching decisions were fine.
The coaching decision was fine.
Execution was off.
Execution was poor, and I think on that snap that went awry. Like from the play development I saw from the end zone angle, that was going to be right up the gut with Justin Rankin for a nice little gain. They had a nice polling system in place, and that looked like that would have been a first down. It's just unfortunate. But, I mean, hey, Edmonton, why don't you out there make that same noise this Saturday and make it hard on Trevor Harris if he's in a short yardage situation, or Tommy Stevens, or whoever it might be. That's what big crowds do. Mm-hmm. That crowd could have really affected the outcome of that game.
Yeah.
Because Mark Cordy couldn't hear the proper snap count and snapped it early. Mm-hmm. And look what happened. It could have been devastating. However, the Elks, hung on and ended up getting the victory.
What did you're a unique perspective here too, Jay, because you played high level football, and now you get to broadcast and talk about it. You're on our kickoff show and our post game show presented by Commonwealth Stadium with Matthew Wannick. Is there football is this technical game of watching film and anticipating. At what point, though, is too much in a player's brain? Because he also said you don't want to overload the players. Mm-hmm. Like you don't need to tell the player about, they do this 0.5% of the time. No. They got to know about they do this 50% of the time. Like at what point was you, when you were playing safety, was like, okay, coach, like I can't, like I'm good. I don't know if you ever thought that or said that, but.
You know what? Honestly, for me, I had to get in the most prep, I think. Okay. The most study. Because I wasn't the strongest guy. I wasn't the fastest guy. Anybody I played with will tell you that. But they will say I was the smartest guy. Because I knew what plays were coming before. Mm-hmm. And I could help, and I was very vocal. Mm-hmm. So my prep was done during the week leading up to the game. Okay. And then, I was famous for never warming up. I don't think I ever stretched with the team. Because I was around watching the other team and making sure they were running the same stuff. Because every team practices
their warm up.
Yes, okay. Every team practices their first 10 plays. They show you right in front of you at warm up. That is what they're running, at least at that level. Right. And I would go around and be like, okay, check. Oh, there's a wrinkle in that one. I better note that away. Right. But there are some people that can be very overwhelmed, and it's like, okay, you go here. Right. You block that guy. Right. You try and disrupt that guy. Yeah. And that's it. So it changes because defense is so reactionary too. You can't overwhelm. Offensive are more of the book nerds of the football world where they have to be in their study book. They have to be prepared to execute properly. Right. Because if one guy screws up, it's like dominoes. They all start falling over because it affects the chain so much. Yeah.
That was a good question about Trevor Harris. I mean, he gets the ball off. So, they hit Trevor Harris a couple of times, though, and they got a sack in the fourth quarter.
Kenny Logan laid a good shot on him, too.
Yeah, but he does get the ball off remark. And Mark said it. He knows all the defensive schemes. And we talked about this last week as well. You're not going to mix them up. I mean, you got to get in the right place, and you got to play quick. And maybe that's the way you can make him mess up a throw or miss a guy. Mm-hmm. Why do you think he underthrew that guy in the end zone so badly?
Because it was just like third read. That guy wasn't supposed to be that open. Right. And he rushed his throw. Right. Like he had time to set his feet. But here, game's on the line. You go into your third read, which shouldn't be open, or at least as wide open as that receiver was, and he just underthrew him. Right?
Yeah.
Who knows how much of that happened earlier in the game, Reid? How much of that was from a Kenny Logan shot?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Of thinking, I got to get rid of this question because somebody's going to put their helmet into the small of my back.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of, I say this all the time, I'm not a fan of home and homes in the CFL. I mean, you play every team twice, couple teams you play 3 times. I'd prefer if they were a little bit spaced out.
Sure.
The Labor Day home and home, I accept that, and I understand they do it to drive up the attendance and the TV numbers, in both markets and across the country. But
that is a tradition.
Yes, and that's become a tradition because the Elks or the Esks added I think in the 90s, they started doing the rematch. But this one is fascinating because there's enough time. Like, it's not one of those ones where it's like Sunday, Friday, and it's like, come on, it's not even fair. Like, they're playing so close together. There's time in between. There's time for the players to recover. There's time to really game plan, and it's a significant game for the standings early in the season. A lot is still going to happen, but man, if the Elks win, they're 7-1, and that's 3 losses on the Riders and 3 or more losses on other teams in the West Division. I mean, it's a pretty interesting opportunity.
If you look at the standings, if the Elks win, they go to 7-1. Saskatchewan falls to 4-3. They'd be tied with Winnipeg, 1 game up on Calgary. If the Elks win, I will guarantee that they are hosting a playoff game because there's that much separation between them.
Oh, good, yeah.
Because they're going to be feeding off each other for the rest of the season,
right?
Like, so you win a game,
Edmonton
but it's
still has to play Calgary, but
yeah.
I mean, Calgary still plays Sask another time. Like BC still plays. Yeah, so
everybody else if Edmonton wins, they create enough separation where I feel it's hard for them to not host a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If not, just get the bye right to it.
Benny, and we had some people kind of putting in eye-rolling comments when Mark said it. Do you buy that they're still the underdog?
The underdog here?
The disrespected team around the CFL?
I mean, like how I see it when I watch hockey teams and stuff that are going like that have been bad for a couple of years and they randomly out of nowhere kind of come out and are leading the league or whatever. It's always like, oh yeah, okay, well, like those wheels will fall off eventually. But I think you're seeing with these Elks though, it's like, I mean, who do you want them to beat? Like they beat Montreal, they beat Sask, they beat the Bombers. I understand, yeah, they took down the Red Blacks twice, but like that's like this. They beat everyone except for one team that they've had to face. When I see other media, like everyone that I've seen join our stations and from everything I've heard on Twitter and stuff, I think there's a good amount of respect on the Elks. Personally, I've seen. I think like Dave Naylor was on the morning show today saying, no, the Elks are legit. They're absolutely contenders. Chris Trevler has been saying on his stuff, saying like they're a team to be reckoned with. So I believe there is a hype and there's teams starting to come around on the Elks, but maybe by some fans they're going, yeah, no, those wheels will fall off.
For Mark Kilam, he's gonna pound that drum.
What they believe is he's going to pound that drum. Everyone else against us. Players and coaches lie to themselves all the time.
You have to. It's called motivation. Like you have to motivate.
I have no problem with the Elks believing that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real anymore. Not, and especially now that they went into Regina and won.
Yeah,
the way they won.
No, it's going to be like that.
Yeah,
as long as it possibly can be.
But from a coach player standpoint, yes. You know, a lot of them. Well, the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan, was like a lot of the stories he's told over the years. If the people have come out and been like, that's not true.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Wilt Chamberlain. Sorry.
Like that whole story Jordan told, like the whole thing about Jordan, remember, was like, oh, he got cut from his high school basketball team. No, he didn't.
Right.
He didn't make the grade 12 team as a grade 11. He played with the rest of the grade 11s.
Right.
Like he didn't sit out a year.
But it was a great story.
Yeah, but it's a great story.
Great motivational story.
Sound like, oh, this coach hated me, and I hate the guy that he's kind of a lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that up about the greatest basketball player of all time.
Right, the greatest.
Yeah. If I don't mind the Elks having a chip on their shoulder. What I hope to hear, when we're doing the Mark Kilam Show 2 years from now, is I would hope to hear like, yeah, damn right, we're the big dogs. Come and try and knock us off. You won't be able to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, which he probably would never say.
Yeah.
But you can say, yeah, this is our house and we want to protect it like we have been.
Yeah.
You know? And that is a beautiful thing to think. If, the Elks can continue this trend, and we're already seeing it, Reid. I haven't seen this many seats sold in a while. I mean, last year there were some games that were close.
They're selling over 1,500 seats a day. That's pretty good.
That's right. And that's on top of all the season seats. And
still 4 days to go till the game.
Yeah. And if you're getting closer to that, this place, this bottom, I'm starting to think now this will get to 31,025 visitors to Commonwealth Stadium on Saturday.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. Like that alone is just, that would be a tremendous accomplishment for this team in week 8 of the CFL season, or week 9, sorry, to already say, okay, we've done it.
Yeah,
let's start knocking on that upper bowl. You open that upper bowl and things are serious.
Yeah, I don't know if they would do that for this game, but
no.
They
I'm
might
not
have
saying
to
for
think
this game.
about it for later in the season.
I think they might have to think about it for Labor Day,
for the rematch.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be talking about this team as a good team. And they've won some close games. I always say I don't have a problem with that. And as Mark said, we got to prepare to play a 60-minute game. Like you have to respect the opponent, that it might come down to the end. So give ourselves a chance to win. Don't lose. Don't be too far behind earlier in games. Like have the mentality that you got to be right there till the end. Matthew Hyman says consensus top 2 in the league. Mex Bezezu says Reid Wilkins is my first read. That's very sweet. Joe says he'll be at the August 21st game. He also says he'll be stuck at work, but he'll yell at his phone for you on Saturday, Jay.
Thank you.
And yeah, some people posting too. It looks like we're going to get another thunderstorm here in town, so that sucks because nobody wants flooding. I mean, the storms are noisy enough, but there's not a lot of places for the water to go. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching there. Another good edition of the Mark Kilam Show. And, of course, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Why wait for a good time? Start it early at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Your couch can't compete with the Canadian Brewhouse. All right, words of the day coming up as well. Here's Ben Thompson.
The Elks have released their injury report following today's practice. Carter O'Donnell was the lone player held out while Nick Anderson was limited. Edmonton gets set to battle Saskatchewan on Saturday, and the Riders could also be shorthanded after running back AJ Ouellette missed practice. Around the NHL, Rogers has announced a new 12-year partnership with Amazon, making Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. The deal begins next season and includes at least 26 regular season games, 2 first-round playoff series, and 1 second-round series each year. In the NFL, the Eagles have signed defensive tackle Jalen Carter to a 4-year extension, making him the highest-paid defensive tackle in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN reports Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has arrived at training camp without a new contract and is expected to enter free agency after the 2026 season. NBA news: Draymond Green is returning to the Warriors after agreeing to a 1-year deal worth nearly $28 million. To the Diamond, Game 2 between the Blue Jays and Nationals has been delayed by weather. Shane Bieber is slated to start for Toronto once play resumes. Earlier today, the Guardians earned a 6-5 win over the Reds. The in-state rivals will square off again. That game is underway as we speak in the top of the second inning with the Reds up 1-0 over the Guardians. And the Riverhawks open their final road trip of the regular season tonight in Kamloops against the North Paws. Catch every inning live only on Edmonton Sports Talk with first pitch scheduled for 7:30. Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
In the West, would you say are undoubtedly better than the Edmonton Oilers? I don't even know if I like my number, but what's your number?
3.
Okay, I had 3 as well.
Okay. Are they all?
They're all
3
in their division. Okay. Yeah, so it's okay. So maybe it's not a great question. I think, can we undoubtedly say that those teams are better?
No. I mean, the Oilers before this past season beat the Stars in the conference final.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse. Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
You know, I just got a call from Environment Canada, and they said, "Is this Mike Babcock?" I said, "Yeah, this is Mike Babcock." They said, "Mike, there's a storm coming." I said, "You're damn right there is. It's called the Edmonton Oilers." Sorry.
Are you kidding me? Oh, it's too good.
No, Mike, you need to get down to your
Mike,
basement.
shelter in place.
Hey, if my wife tells me, I'll go. But that's
yes. Oh, man.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
got to get Mike Babcock on the show.
We do have a good time on this program. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST. I think you'll enjoy some of the opportunities there. Or go to playalberta.ca, go to the Play Alberta app, go to sports, look at EST specials. Jay does a play of the day every day. A bunch of other opportunities there to sprinkle on and have a little bit of fun with. Can you put up Ottawa over Montreal for me?
Yes. I forgot.
I'm picking, I think it's Friday's game. I think we can put it up tomorrow. I'm picking the Red Blacks to beat the Alouettes. I'm picking the Red Blacks to get their first win.
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Why not? What's stopping me?
Okay, I'm not, but
You can put 50 cents on it, whatever.
Yeah, you don't have to. Always use your game sense, like Dusty says on the commercial.
Yeah, exactly. I just got the Wilkie intuition. I don't do this often.
Wilkinition?
But the Wilkinition. That's right. Put the key in the Wilkinition, and away we go. Ben, am I out to lunch? Red Blacks aren't going to go 0-18.
No, they're not. They're not going to go 0-18.
Yeah, but why would you pick the best team in the CFL for them to upset?
They're due.
They're missing Lawrence.
They're up.
Well, Justin's hardly played all this season, unfortunately, but they are missing Justin Lawrence. I just think it's going to happen. That's going to be the Ottawa's win. I mean, Edmonton's loss is against the last place team in the West, right?
True. Fair enough.
Just what I think.
Wonder what Mike Babcock would say.
Okay.
Come on.
He's good for today.
He's good. He's said his piece.
He's good for today.
Yeah.
We had the Mark Kilam Show presented by the Edmonton Elks. We Ref Week. We had day 2 of Ref Week. And that was with Rob Skaggs. So tomorrow at 4:20, we're going to have 2 officials on the show. And they are both from Southern Alberta. And they both worked at the World Cup. So Drew Fisher is a referee. And one of the games he worked was Argentina-Cabo Verde, one of the best games in the tournament. Michael Barwagen is a 4th official with FIFA. He was at the World Cup. So, I mean, the World Cup ended a week and a half ago? Or was it 2.5 weeks ago now? Week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we got 2 guys who were there, Albertans, so on the biggest stage. So we're excited for that. We got other things lined up for Thursday and Friday as we take you through Ref Week. Now, we really enjoy doing it. We want to humanize the refs.
Yes.
Because a lot of people just hate refs. They're all idiots. They're all corrupt. That's not true. Like, the one thing we learned is they want to do a good job. They'd actually prefer not to call infractions. And they admit sometimes they screw up or aren't sure, and they don't like that feeling, but they're doing the best they can. And it's been interesting, how they talk about, Rob talked about today, Perry yesterday, progressing the speed of the game and then getting used to that speed and then getting an opportunity at the next level. And we're like, that was a great story Skaggs told us. Like, there's a bang catch, knocked out of bounds, hit the ground, ball flops out, his first preseason game in the CFL, and he's like, oh, look at that. That's quite a play. Oh, that's my call. But luckily another official helped him out with that. So really, really good stuff, and we appreciate everybody tuning into that. We'll do more letters tomorrow. So we've been picking the best athlete of all time at each letter of the alphabet based on their last name. Today we did D, K, O, S, and Y. Okay, let's review. Who did everybody have for D? I had Novak Djokovic.
Joe DiMaggio.
I also had Djokovic.
K, I had Russian wrestler Alexander Karelin, who once went like 13 years without a loss.
Evgeny Kafelnikov.
Tennis.
You know it.
I had Miroslav
Klose.
German striker.
Yes.
I also had Didier Drogba for D.
Oh, that's a good choice. Yeah, that's a good pick. I had Jesse Owens.
Penny Alexiak.
Shohei Ohtani.
S, I had Spitz, swimmer.
Greatest running back of all time, Emmitt Smith.
BS! I had Barry Sanders.
You picked BS.
I did, yeah.
Letter Y, I went with Cy Young, legendary pitcher.
I went with Chinese short track speed skater, first ever Winter Olympics gold medal winner in 2002, Yang Yang.
And I went Stevie Y.
Okay.
Quite an eclectic.
That's quite a variety. Well, that's why you wanted to do it. I mean, you've come out on top, Jay, I think, for originality and even more like I've gone with some Olympians, but they've still been, I guess, might have been American Olympians. You've gone with a cricketer from Pakistan.
Yes.
And a short track speed skater from China.
Yes.
And both very accomplished.
Yeah, and I'll continue to do so.
Right.
Part of this letters of the day segment is educational, Reid.
Yeah.
We're just here to learn.
We're here. I mean, we like being learned.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
Learned.
Have you heard of the show The Simpsons? Ben?
Yes, of course.
Yes. What else do we got in the CFL this week?
What other games do we have? Well, I mean, so it kicks off Thursday. BC's at Winnipeg.
Who's going to win? I'd say Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. I mean, BC's going in with a rookie quarterback. That rookie quarterback backed up Shedeur Sanders at Colorado.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Friday, you got Montreal at Ottawa.
Yeah, that's my upset special.
Montreal at.
Right.
Saturday, it's a double header. So at 1 o'clock, you've got Coogie and Ham.
Mm-hmm. Should be Stamps.
Stampeders are going to blow Hamilton out of the water. Book it.
You think it's going to be that bad? Okay.
Well, okay, just so we're all on the same page here, folks. Yesterday's Jays play of the day was Calgary Stampeders. At that point, I got the line at -4.5. I told you that line was going to move, and it already has. It's moved a full point. So it's now Calgary favored by 5.5. But don't do that. Go over to EST Specials. Jay's play of the day is still there from Calgary Stampeders -4.5, boosted to -105. I think Calgary's going to thump Hamilton. And then obviously the final game of the week is 5 o'clock right here in Edmonton. Sisk.
Okay. NASCAR Nolan, we got to chat with at the Nasty Bash. He's in the Nasty Chat. By the way, give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already. Let's see if we can get a push to 100 thumbs here late in the show. He's got a wild card in the mix for the letter S.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, he was better at something, but running the ball was not one of them.
He was an excellent running back. Perhaps is known for other things.
I don't know. I grew up in a world that thinks that Emmitt Smith is better. He played on a better team. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Sanders was probably more elusive and more shifty, and probably had, if you were looking at a highlight reel,
right?
Okay, shorter career. Emmitt Smith played a longer time. I think Emmitt Smith he was what you expected. He just didn't stop. It was the same thing over and over and over.
Matthew Hyman putting a case forward for Carl Yastrzemski as the best Y player. I mean, he's a great option as well. Did he win the... No, he didn't. I was going to say, there was somebody that won an MVP and as a rookie. It wasn't Yastrzemski, was it? I don't think so. North Sask Gator says Hamilton gets the first interception against Vernon Adams this year.
Maybe. I don't know. Could have thought that last
was
week.
It Fred Lynn? Fred Lynn was the guy I'm thinking. And then Ichiro did it. But Fred Lynn won Rookie of the Year and AL MVP. Sorry, I'm all over the map here, Jay. Just try to stay with me.
We're okay. I'm used to
Jay's like, there he goes again.
Oh, no, bring it on.
Jay's like, how long till he brings up Reacher? Fred Lynn, what year was this? 1975. Also won a Gold Glove. Rookie of the Year, AL MVP. Hit .331, 21 homers, 105 ribeyes. Ichiro 2001. Led the majors, batting .350. Well, you couldn't even get to 400? All right. I had to remember who that was. It was not Yastrzemski, who was a great player. Okay. Did you want me to break or you keep rambling? We better break.
No.
We better break.
Dealer's choice.
Somebody's going to rein me in here.
Dealer's choice.
Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library when we get back.
The Elks were back on the field today as preparations continue for Saturday's matchup with Saskatchewan. Carter O'Donnell did not practice while Nick Anderson was limited. The Roughriders also have a notable name on their injury report with running back AJ Ouellette sidelined from practice. Around the NHL, Rogers has reached a 12-year agreement with Amazon that will make Prime Video Canada the exclusive home of Wednesday Night Hockey. Starting next season, the streaming service will carry at least 26 regular season games, along with 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. In the NFL, the Eagles have locked up defensive tackle Jalen Carter with a 4-year extension, making him the highest-paid player at his position in league history. Meanwhile, ESPN reports Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield has reported to training camp without a new contract and is expected to play out the final season of his current deal before becoming a free agent. NBA news, Draymond Green will remain with the Warriors after signing a 1-year contract worth nearly $28 million. Over to baseball, the Blue Jays and Nationals are still waiting to get underway in Game 2 of their series as they have hit a weather delay. Shane Bieber is scheduled to start for Toronto. Earlier today, the Guardians rallied past the Reds 6-5 to 2 clubs are wrapping up their series right now as we speak, with that score being 1-0 for the Reds in the top of third inning. And the Riverhawks begin their final regular season road trip tonight with a stop in Kamloops to take on the North Paws. Listen live on Edmonton Sports Talk's audio streams with first pitch set for 7:30. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Justin Rankin. What did you see in this player? Because, I mean, he's a little bit older. He's in his late 20s, but he's come on the scene here in Edmonton, and he hasn't looked back. But you were the first one to kind of put eyes on him and bring him north.
He's an every down back. He can run the ball on first down. He can catch the ball on second down. He can protect. He's also a leader. He doesn't get enough credit for his leadership, his toughness.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
You can always text us at 780-218-9999. That's the River Career Resort and Casino inbox. At Tap 25, they have the amazing $21.99 prime rib special, 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. It's available for dine-in and takeout. Prime rib special, just $21.99 at Tap 25. River Career Resort and Casino.com, 780-218-9999.
Timber Woodsman texts in, says, I'm headed to the ranch right now to get my driver fitting that I won on the VIP golf show.
Oh, neat.
What a world.
That's awesome.
He's driving there right now. Fascinating. Thanks for sharing that.
What is happening with the weather? Is there, we can't see a lot.
Like
there is a thunderstorm watch.
I've been studying the radar, and it looks like there's a band that's moving from southwest to northeast.
Right.
Where that band crosses over Edmonton, TBD, brah.
Right.
To me, it looks like it's kind of going to miss to the north.
The worst
maybe?
of it might be north of Edmonton.
That's what I think.
We could get some rain, but I mean, given this environment lately, I guess we shouldn't be surprised by anything.
Is this this has got to be the wettest?
Well, isn't it the wettest? I thought I saw Josh
record.
put out it's the wettest summer since they've been keeping records, and like the wettest since the 50s or something like that.
Crazy.
Something like that. 780-218-9999, River Career Resort and Casino inbox. More ref week tomorrow. Wagon Wednesday tomorrow for the WPCA and Century Mile Racetrack and Casino, so that'll be fun. Today, the NHL announcing Prime Video and Rogers Communication 12-year agreement, and Prime Video is going to be the Wednesday night broadcaster for national NHL games in English and French in Canada. They had Monday the last couple of years, but a big commitment here on Wednesday night because also Prime Video will get 2 first-round playoff series and 1 second-round series. So you could have a Canadian team on Prime Video. Sportsnet obviously carrying the other national games and still the regional games for the Oilers.
So Sportsnet will go back to carrying games on Monday nights that otherwise may have been given to Prime.
Yes.
Prime has
gets
nothing
Wednesday.
on. Right. Now, do you think that was a move on their part to not go head-to-head against Monday Night Football?
Probably. They'd probably rather not.
Which I think is wise.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change. Like, I saw a lot of people commenting that, well, Sportsnet prices keep going up, and I'm getting less. Well, no, you're still getting the same amount of hockey. They're just moving Prime Day from
Wednesday
Monday
night hockey, right,
to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now, you can complain all you want that the price keeps going up. Sure. But people are buying it clearly. That's the only way you can stop that, hey? Just to stop buying it.
Yeah, exactly. Words of the day presented by the Edmonton Public Library. Go to EPL.ca to check out their upcoming events. Remember, a library card is free. I use the library often, and I use it digitally. I mean, a lot of people go to the outlets. I don't even go to the outlets. I take out books on an app. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm reading a Jack Reacher book.
Oh, I haven't heard.
What? Oh, he's in hot water, my friends.
You think it'll continue?
Oh, I think the water's going to keep boiling, Benny. I think the temperature's going up. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right. These are the words of the day provided by Les Sweet. These are always fun, Reid, as you've gotten to know from Les. The first word of the day, Phrygian. Phrygian. Phrygian.
Okay, well, Phrygian. Full disclosure, I should not get credit for that.
You're getting it because even the fact that you remembered it.
Okay.
I'll give you points for it.
Jay accidentally tweeted it out at 2:30 this afternoon, and I saw it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I get a point for that. Phrygian. Now, I don't know what it means, though. What does this remind me of? Phrygian. Where does that come from? Oh, I better take a sentence for this one.
Okay. Sentence is, you can see a small Phrygian hat on several national flags and state seals in South America.
Phrygian hat?
Yes.
What kind of hat would that be? A wide-brimmed hat.
It's a soft cone-shaped hat with a forward-bending tip that originated in ancient Anatolia and became a global symbol of liberty and freedom during the American and French Revolutions.
Wow, I did not know that.
It is also the hat worn by Smurfs.
Oh, really? It's one of those.
A Phrygian hat.
Now I know what it is. Oh, I see. Okay.
Second word of the day.
I did not know that at all. Okay.
Mortar board. Mortar board.
MORTARBOARD. Dun, da, da, da. And a mortar board is like Is it? Oh, crap. Is it like a bulletin board?
No.
Oh, I should know this.
You should.
Yeah, how? This is embarrassing.
It shouldn't be embarrassing.
Well, no, because I know what this is, and I can't. It's not.
You do something with it at a specific time.
Oh, it's the graduation hat. It's the graduation hat. Of course.
Mortarboard, a traditional academic cap featuring a horizontal flat square board, a fitted skull cap, and an attached tassel. It is widely worn during graduation ceremonies.
I don't know why it took me so long to access that. I feel shame, but I pulled it out of the fire. A Bootski emailing me.
Okay.
He says, note to self, next time you see Reid in public, use a joke about a word he actually knew was an icebreaker. Definitely not been too wrong. Then he said, P.S. I don't sound like that. Because I think I joked yesterday that he challenged me with a word I'd already forgotten the meaning of, that weird animal.
That was a hard word. Been too wrong.
Yeah, we love you, Bootski. That was funny.
For sure. We'll hear from you tomorrow. For
More
your
Ref
words of the
Week
day.
tomorrow. More great athletes and the first letters of their last names. Who knows what else? Well, more on the Elks and the Riders. More on this CFL. Always a lot to talk about. I'm having Ben Thompson and Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good night.